So, hi everyone, Claire here, if you're new to me. So, if you are new to me, I channel 24/7, so especially when I'm on here, but literally all the time. So, and I only heal twin flames. That's the only ones that ever are drawn to me. Again, people inquire, they never end up booking. I'll update you if that changes. If I get people that end up coming to me and booking that aren't a twin, then I'll update you. But so far, that's always the way. And that's been for like 7, 8 years, whatever, lost count. I'm a shaman, Reiki master. The energy comes through my eyes, my hands, my energy in general, life coach, counselor, astrology in my way, and I've been guided to the astrology cards today. Oh yeah, actually, what's the one I've put in there? Saturn, truth, right. Well, I mean, I wasn't even conscious of whatever I put in. I was just seeing whether you could see the cards from there. So we're dealing with Saturn and truth today, and the number 6, and this is a 6 year, all about the lovers. Oh yeah, and that ties in with what, oh, my nails are so long. It's like my nails were like ridiculously long, and then now it's like some have like ripped a nail off or I've cut it, so I'm going to need to cut them all to be the same size. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, you're the lovers, and I'm going to read for your feminine energy and your masculine energy. So just a quick recap again, because I talk about this all the time, you're better just kind of going with the flow and watching really all the all the videos that you're guided to, because if you're part of the soul family, everything I'm going to channel is going to help you. If you're not part of the soul family, you'll probably click off within minutes. But again, I'd guide you to be patient to see, because like what a lot of my soul fam clients that I have one-to-one Zooms with have said to me recently, or if you said in a message or an email or that those of you that aren't quite interested in another person on the like your twin flame, or because you don't know who they are, or yeah, it's mainly that. I don't tend to attract people that have got a twin flame that aren't interested in them. I just don't tend to attract negativity like that, to be honest, because I really do feel people out there, no offense if you're one of them, but people out there in YouTube land that are bashing their twin flame, I just think they're a bit mixed up, and they're not a twin flame, because that's not how true twin flames talk about one another. It's not all fairies and unicorns and butterflies. It is a painful journey, but it's a journey of unconditional love for yourself. Therefore, when you reach that state enough, you've got unconditional love for your twin. You love the light and the dark in you, the yin and the yang, in you and your twin. And that is the truth too. Look at that. Truth and truth, they pull me that card. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness, reserve judgment. Yeah, that's why I was led to that. It's like you realise that, sometimes as well as within these twin flame connections, you've got someone's like a really, really old soul, and then someone's, well, actually, to be honest with you, I believe both twins are old souls, but I have seen it and I've felt it, that it would be someone's a very old soul and then someone's perhaps a newer soul, and it's like, it's all kind of different for different people, but I happen to feel that both twins would be very old souls on this journey. And it's just one remembers a bit more than the other before the other. But that's why I say, be humble, because I've seen it, a lot of people's twin flames remember very rapidly their past life gifts and everything. And yeah, so just hold space for the magic. So, right, guys, I'm geeking out, right? I bought myself this, I'm not even going to lie, right? Because you know what, I was thinking about this, right? See, over all the sort of years, I'm that type of person, whether it's family or friends, like, I'm really quite sweet, right? I'm being honest, I really kind of notice wee personal things about people. And and I'm just kind of like, I could be waiting on the fucking 12th and ever. You know what I mean? I'm always buying grandma mugs and granddad mugs and auntie mugs or mummy mugs for friends over the countless amounts of years, loads of people. And I could be waiting on the 12th and ever to get a fucking auntie mug. So I bought myself one, auntie corn. And the thing that's funny about this is obviously it's unicorn. But and me and my pal absolutely, like, again, it's like my inner child loves unicorns and fairies and you name it. And that's why I love that I've got nieces. Like I've just been geeking up my kitchen with a little PlayStation and I'm having a ball. I've been doing it for hours. I thought, oh, I better go and do this. Not better. It's like I want to come and do this because I'm keeping up with the moon signs. But because my surname has corn in it, as Cornwall, it's like anti-corn. Geeking out, absolutely geeking out. And along the years, people call me all different variations, different nicknames. So it's quite funny. Anyway, anti-corn, like a normal ant, but more awesome. Exactly. Except I don't really like the word awesome. It's like, it's just one of these words that cringes me out. No offense if you like it. Anyway, let's get on with this, right? So your feminine is your allowing, your receiving. Sorry, I really do need to paint my nails. So I know probably a lots of Virgo people Virgo heavy placements would be bothered about the chip nail varnish, but it bothers me. But again, that's very me, raw and real, right? Sometimes they're going to be perfectly done, sometimes they're not. That's like, goes well with what we're saying anyway. But yeah, I suppose it's because Mercury, planet of communication, is in Virgo too. So again, you could really overthink, overanalyze everything you're saying. So again, go easy on yourself if you're doing that, especially twin flames that are in communication with your twin flame or thinking about communicating with your twin flame. You could really be overthinking that. That's one to keep in mind as well. Mars has just went into Gemini. Mars is the planet of action, passion. It's your sex sign. So in Gemini, well, there's very things that could be said about that, like a little bit of variety. So just, yep, keep that in mind, don't be greedy out there. But you could have variety with one person, I suppose. But Gemini energy does have a tendency to stray. It is true. But not always, because I've got heavy Gemini in my chart and I'm like a fucking nun and I've not even had a boyfriend for about 100 years. So you know what I'm saying? Actually, I was thinking about that yesterday. The fact that I've got the most sexual sign of the sex, I've got Mars and Scorpio at a very high degree. So the fact that I am so devoted to the twin flame journey and to my twin, that is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, people tell me that all the time, that it's like, that really is amazing. Well, people that get it, people that don't get it are probably like, you're crazy, but give a fuck. I know myself. I validate myself, you know what I'm saying? That's why I spoke about this with someone recently as well. That's why, because I validate myself and I love myself unconditionally, like that is freedom, because then you really don't give a shit what anyone's got to say about you or your life, you know what I mean? Without hurting people. But it's like I've been in that place for quite a while. But because I'm so strongly there, that is what makes me a good twin flame counsellor specifically. But a good counsellor full stop, but it's twin flames that I counsel, because it's like when you're able to stand in that truth, and also I've got Saturn and Scorpio, so again, brutal truth. It's powerful because not many people can. They're easily influenced by others. They just drew me the number 55 that's on a box. I've left this massive box in my living room for my nieces to play with. Like, I want to get them a paint. Well, I'm going to see if they want to paint it and shit like that. I don't know about paint. Pens might be easier, but whatever. And it's got a massive 55 in it. So 55 to me, 5 is change. So 2 5s is big change. So big changes in there. And I feel it is for that Mars and Gemini. But yeah, that was the point of me saying that, is that because Mars is your sex sign, wherever it is, and because mine is in Scorpio, which is about sex, sacred sex, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm just patting myself in the back. That's why I'm like, you know what I mean? It's I don't know what I was going to say there, but I think we better just carry on. Right, so right, so I'm in chilled mode, but yeah, some of us really do deserve a reward there. Right, these smell very new because they are new, and I've not used them on the thing yet. So I'm shuffling for the subconscious. Oh God, did I say enough about that? So yeah, your feminine energy, regardless of your gender, is you're allowing, you're receiving, you're being, you're chilling. It's what I'm in, right? Like I'm in total holiday mode. Like I'm getting out of one set of jammies, having a bath and getting in another set, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really becoming, so I started saying this in the last video, that I woke up with a sty in my eye, and then I didn't actually go into detail. So I'd spoke about the spiritual meaning, right, which can mean you're either angry at someone, angry at yourself, or angry at a situation. So it's good to sort of explore that. It yes, it can also be stress, but then it was quite interesting because then when I did speak to one of my friends, she'd had a situation which had made her, well, I don't think angry, strong, like livid. And so when people that I'm close with are going through things, I do pick up on their pain. Now, not only that, before I even spoke to that friend, another soul family friend, a client as well, her family member has got like a sign, right? Then I spoke to one of my best friends and she has a sign in her eyes out. So there's a lot of, you know what I mean? There's either a lot of us angry fuckers out there, or we're angry at ourselves, or we're angry at someone else, or we're angry at a situation, or it is just where, you know, you're needing a break. I just went really stuttery there though, didn't I? I went really stuttery. So again, it could be you're struggling to speak your truth to someone in particular. So that would be twin flames struggling to speak their truth to one another in the case of who I'm helping, which should make a lot of sense for lots of us, wouldn't it? And I'm myself included. Again, it's like, you know, you don't really know until you're in that situation. But I feel, well, I might be too confident about that, but I feel because this is what I help people with day in, day out, I'd hope I'd be a little bit better at communicating than what I would have been once upon a time. But I guess we'll find out when that moment comes. Right, but basically, and then your masculine energy is taking action, aligned action, I might add, go, 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 putting your boundaries up, again, which isn't easy, which is why I'm always teaching about boundaries, because they're so important. You know, there's lots of people out there that can talk the good talk and be like, oh, I'm doing the self-love, I'm doing the empowerment, you know, I'm not taking people's crap. But then, you know, you dig a little deeper or you listen a bit and they still are taking people's crap. And again, I know lots of people that I'm very close with, whether they be friends that are watching this or clients or people that are both, will be like, you know, get what I'm saying, because I've said that to many people last week before, because last week before I stopped with clients, and even this week that I've been on holiday when I've spoke to people in my personal life, because I've still spoke to obviously some people that are both. And so that's what's quite interesting, is even when I'm on holiday from my work, like I say, to me, it is a holiday to have a break from live streaming and like live work, because it is tax. I love it, but it's taxing. So, you know, I don't see it when I'm sitting down to record these ones as work, but some people would, because I've switched off, you know what I mean? I'm not, I'm not doing work. Because like I say, this helps me too when I do it, because it's like, the thing is, if you don't know this about me, if you're new, just a wee, if you're interested, well, even if you're not interested, I'm telling you, I get ill. I get really, really ill if I don't share the healing energy that's always being circulated in me. I actually get ill. So this helps me when I can share it, you know what I mean? So that's a weird thing about me. Weird but wonderful. What was I going to say? Yeah, so you might want to look at where the Mars and Gemini is in your chart. It could be making you take more action. So say if it landed in your house of relationships, that, you know, house associated with Libra, balance and partnership, marriage, that can also be hidden enemies and karmic partners as well, by the way. Hidden enemies is like, I'd say open enemies, actually. It could be, hidden enemies is like the 12th house too, but yeah, there can be links to that in the 7th house too. 7th house, I more see it as people that you might have been close with at one time, and then they turn out, you know, to not be someone that's on the road forever, that kind of thing. Anyway, these are things that, see, when I go into that, if you're interested, I've got loads of different things on the schedule there, and it's the one, I think I called it astrotherapy, and it's just that, you know, it's an hour session. Hour in Clairland can sometimes be longer though, unless I had someone after, but it's at least an hour. And that's really if I've read your chart before. So if you've had the longer session that's about 3 hours and more of an investment, but everybody that's had it loves it, and it's changed their lives and really opened them up in a massive way, opens people's gifts up, just opens their eyes up to different, just opens people's eyes up to accept themselves more. That's a kind of, it's like a fast track to counselling. So you could do my package where it's like, you know, 3 months of counselling, And a lot of people I've helped, never mind, 12 sessions, a lot of people I've helped them get real badass boundaries in like 8 sessions. And then we just fill up the remaining 4 sessions with all the other stuff that I do. That is the truth of it, because I help people really fast. And again, like when you think about it, yeah, it might be a lot of money to invest in yourself, but when people spend years years in therapy, it'd be a lot more money. So that's the way that I would look at it if I was needing that. But like I say, I invested in my own counsellor for 7 years, so that's why I've got shit hot boundaries, and just because it suits my personality too, because I am meant to be doing this, basically. And that's the truth. They keep pulling me to the truth. Because again, so they're making me talk about astrology. It's probably because I'm holding these cards, actually, 2 astrology decks. Yeah, so basically, if you book that hour session, it's good for if you've already had the big session with me where I've read your whole chart and your soul and you know yourself inside out. Which I don't record those sessions, by the way, because I used to, but I don't, because they ended up being like an extremely healing, cathartic process. So it's not just me reading your astrology, it's basically the mediumship can come in, the shamanic healing, everything I do is soul retrieval, so it's soul retrieval, healing a lot of trauma. When I get into the houses about trauma, like to me would be the 8th house and the 4th house, but really you can come up on the 12th house, 100% hidden secrets. But there's a lot of tears, so I was guided by my guides basically not to record them. So so just so that you know before we do that. But yeah, so anyway, that's the psychic astrology empowerment session. So like I say, that is more of an investment, and that's done over a few sessions now. Usually I used to do it in one big sitting, so sometimes we could be sitting there for like hours and hours and hours, but it's not that I can't do it anymore. I just kind of don't really want to do that anymore. And it was not fair on me, because it was hours of my time, literally changed people's lives, and I was getting next to nothing for it. So yeah, so that's a session I would call a package, rather, that you can do if you're interested in that. And then the astrotherapy, if you've already had that, like lots of the soul family over the years have had that with me. So you could just book that to see where the transits are in your chart right now. And I could look at that, and we could just, bump up the time. We're using any kind of cards, whether it be astrology or any of the cards I've got. So it's just if you want a bit of one-on-one time with me. Like say, a lot of people have mentioned in the past that they see me as like spiritual maintenance or a spiritual coach that they go to when they need a bit of an ass kicking, or a spiritual counsellor. So if I've been your counsellor in the past, then it's quite good just to have a bit of a check-in. It's kind of like how I said, I had my counsellor for 7 years, but for the past year of it, maybe even the past 2 years of it before we ended, which was only because she retired, by the way, full disclosure, I'd only saw her like once every month or something, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like, I didn't need it, but I wanted it because I could see how good it was for my soul, to have somebody there to be there for me when I'm there for everyone else all the time. I've got loads of people that are there for me, including a lot of yourselves. But I like it. I liked it when it was hard because it was away from, it's brilliant when it's away from everybody that knows you and everything. It's a safe place, and that's what I want. I am honestly humbled to be that person for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that hold a lot of people like I do. If you are a healer that has a lot of people going to them when they're struggling, it's important that you have somebody just to have a bit of a moan to, or bit of advice. Like, I'm not saying I've got the answer to everything, but I have got over 20 years experience and different healing, and healing children, adults, and lots of different things. So I'm just a good listener. Like I say, my energy, if I wasn't already a shaman, my energy is like a shaman, a priest, a counsellor, because I've got so much Scorpio, and definitely because of my Pluto retrograde Scorpio, and also my eighth house heavy energy. I've got a lot of Gemini placements here, which are about talking and listening. Right, talking and listening, let's get on. So if you want to know more about that with astrology, you can book that hour session. You can book the hour session, of course, even if I haven't looked at your whole chart. But I'm going to be honest, I think you'd be left wanting more. unless you're really locked out and I just couldn't stop going. But again, that's not fair, so don't do that. But it would be my personal responsibility. So, right, so in the subconscious, I think I said enough about that. So you can watch it for your own feminine energy, your own masculine energy. Just watch it for that if you're not interested in a twin flame right now. But like I said, everybody watching this usually is a twin flame, so you really should be, I don't like the word should, but I am saying should. You should be interested, right? You should care. It's your energy. And yeah, of course, if you know who your twin flame is as well, or if you don't know and you're interested, it can be seen as you and them. But really, you should be able to see a bit of yourself in both. But that could take you a while to be able to see that, because a lot of people can still see you and your twin as separate. Of course, you're separate people, bodies walking about, having a life, and having other families in some cases, and karmic partners and all that, and different friends and stuff. But once you start to really get that you're not separated in another way energetically, you can see how, or you can feel, even if you don't see because you don't know what they're really up to, you can feel how similar you are. Right, anyway. So put that back. So in the subconscious of the divine feminine, your divine feminine energy or divine feminine in a connection, and bear in mind, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but we'll see who it resonates with. What have we got in the subconscious? Pisces, sensitize. So sensitive Pisces energy coming in there, that's 12th house energy for what's in the bottom? And Taurus, that's the moon we just moved out of, is on the bottom, cultivate. So yeah, sensitive Pisces energy coming in for divine feminine energy in the subconscious. And the subconscious is 12th house Pisces energy as well. That's like, say, everything I go on about majority of the time, because of my Pluto in the 12th house, it's like I open up the subconscious space as soon as I start speaking. A lot of people can go into a trance right away, so don't be surprised. And again, another housekeeping, don't ever watch me when you're driving, because people do go quite spacey. It's relaxing, but it's not good if you need to concentrate. Yeah, look, the moon. So this is like, again, this is spot on for me being a divine feminine, and this, I resonate with this. I'm not always going to resonate with them all, because there might be a different wave that I'm picking up on, but so far this is totally where I'm at, like total chill mode, pajamas all day. I've got pajamas all day written on one of my mugs. But yeah, total kind of dreaming, connecting energetically, with soul family. But obviously that would be your twin flame as well. But with soul family, like I've been sleeping loads. Like, oh yeah, that's why I started going on. So the weird thing about, so the sty thing, so just in case anyone else has got styes out there, I mean, mine's is almost going away now, but I feel it's because I slept all day yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, oh my god, I slept so much, and I'm yawning again. I slept so much. Like, I literally had like the longest nap at like tea time yesterday. And then I watched The Matrix as well. Like, I found it on the TV, and I thought of all the films, do you know what I mean? Like the first Matrix. And it's just so funny when it's got all the stuff about wake up Neo and all that. So yeah, I watched that, fell asleep at a bit of it as well. And then I still went to my bed quite early. So this is what I mean. It's like, it just total, like, my guys just really want me to be in that dreamy space, like that dreamy, floaty space. And like, I haven't been outside either. I've not really wanted to go outside, and not in a kind of agoraphobic kind of way, because I used to be like that years ago. That's actually what guided me to walk every day on the beach. If you need a bit of inspiration there, if you're a bit of a hermit, a bit agoraphobic, that's my story. I've went from spending days inside to most of the time being outside every day, walking on the beach. But I'm being flexible, because when other people have sort of checked in on my energy and stuff, it has come through that about that if I'm being guided to hermit, that's kind of where I'm meant to be. Hermit a wee bit more than that. Yeah, it's like, I'm just, like say, I'm just pottering about. Like, the amount of decluttering I've got done I mean, considering I've literally officially only been off my work from Tuesday, you know, and I'm filming this on the Saturday right now, it really is quite amazing, because basically from a week ago today, I've got so much done. So I really, with me saying this, like, this is what I'm saying, like, other people really do need to hear that, because it'll be for you as well, that that is solely just from taking my energy back from the bits, you know, I just had the plate spinning in different areas, and like I say, I loved it, but it was time for things to come to an end. So like the big one being my membership, because I'm having a different, I don't know if I call it a membership, but it's a different kind of membership when I start the coffee, whatever the fuck it is. Does anybody know how you pronounce that? Because that's annoying me. It's probably coffee, and I say coffee all the time. But anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. See, that's Mercury and Virgo being pernickety, but it's like, I'm like, I need to know, because I don't like, you know, it's like, do you say GIF or GIF? You know what I mean? I don't call it a GIF, it's a GIF, right? I don't care if people call it a GIF, it's a GIF. But yeah, yeah, finished I've had memberships for about 6 years, and I'll revamp them. You know, obviously people leave, some people stay, and I'll revamp it. But yeah, I shut that down on the full moon there a week ago, and then like that's how severe, shut it down. Like, you know, obviously I warned them, and that came to a close, and then everybody is transferring to the new one, so that's great. But they all know it's like going to be different, but it's, you know, new and different, same and different. And then obviously that's an open invite for anybody that feels connected to me on here as well to join that. And then I'm not started yet though. I'm starting it soon though, in September. And I say starting it, it's really pretty chilled, because like I said before, it's going to have distance healing once a week, a prayer list. And you might think, a prayer list, like, what the fuck's that going to do? But again, if you say that, you've not hung around long enough. You'll see people saying almost daily, if not now and again, that or me giving stories, but obviously it's better when you see people in the chat saying, but I mean, this week alone, like, what's the update there? So actually I had I've been staying off my messenger, but because someone that wasn't aware was on holiday had messaged me, I clicked into that today just to let her know. So we were talking back and forwards, and she'd updated me that she had really not been feeling well. I think it actually might have been with the COVID. I think it was. And that's several times that person's had that. And as soon as they've told me, I've sent them healing. One time it actually stopped her going she was on the way to the hospital. I might be talking out of turn, but I think that's right. I think she was on her way to the hospital, and I sent her healing. And she either didn't need to go, or when she got there, she tested negative. So that's been a few times. I actually shared a picture once when that happened. And then, sent healing to her wee boy as well. And yeah, they were both better. I think she said it was like literally after a sleep the next day, they woke up and they're better. And that was the same as my mum. Like, my mum was really ill the other day, no energy. Now, my mum's in her 60s, but she's really pretty fit, you know, fit and healthy otherwise. Like, you know, walks with me most days, if not every day, and goes to yoga and all that kind of stuff. But I could tell she was really low energy. And I said this in the last video, but they're getting me to say it again. And then she's updating me again today, and she's like, I'm still feeling great. And you know, so it's yeah, so basically that really doesn't take me much to do it. But I suppose that's the point, you know, it doesn't take me much to stop and do that. But the fact that I stop in my day at all to pray for someone else and think about it, it's not just going to be one person. There's a lot of people that lean on me for support, whether it be like yourselves out there or people connected to the other platforms, which I'm not on, but you know, most people that love my work have followed me here. It's yeah, like I say, it's a way for me to receive back. It's a bit like how on YouTube channels that I've got over, I think it's 10k or something, they've got the join button. So I suppose it's just a variation of me having a join button. And yeah, and then the higher tiers will have we'll do a Zoom once a month. I think once a fortnight would be a bit too much, but I might get bored and want to do it twice a month, we'll just see. Oh, but see, I'm in this, that's how funny, I'm in this sleepy energy. So the moon is very Pisces. Well, the moon is the moon rules Cancer, but the moon I do see is very sort of Pisces energy, very feminine energy. So this is really encouraging, actually. The feminine, divine feminine energy is in very feminine energy, is basically what I'm getting from that. And yeah, so that's why I was going on about, like, you know, so me kind of waking up and having a stime mind, just being so fucking sleepy, like, you know, your conscious mind, your masculine energy would really judge that. And again, obviously, I'm predominantly divine feminine, but I have got a very masculine side. That's why I get on with all the women that I work with so well, like scarily so. But I'm able to shift them out of divine masculine because I'm predominantly divine feminine. It's like I'll be able to when he fucking shows up with whatever's going on in his life, okay, this is where, like, we're not meant all this shit, right? And it's, so I already talk a lot about my life on here, right? So it's just whatever. But to go into the example, whatever, see, I'm getting all tongue-tied. What I'm trying to say is I will be able, whenever that's divinely timed, to shift my own divine masculine real life person out of all the shadow aspects, like overthinking, worrying, being too busy, working too hard, all these kind of things that I help the women. I'll be able to help my own divine masculine, like, really easily, right? Same way he'll be able to help me when I'm overthinking, worrying, blah blah, and fear, or like, with me, actually, it could even be like see where I'm at today, like that. I'm meant to be really just chilled and sleepy and emotional and all of that. I mean, I'm always that, but I'm meant to be, because I'm meant to be really falling into that divine feminine energy, just because I'm having a break, and just for loads of other reasons, just to chill the fuck out, basically. Do you know what I mean? But as I said in the last bit, like, my twin flame was always able to get me to do that, but again, that just makes me laugh, because it's like, well, yeah, we weren't meeting up for a coffee to discuss business, you know what I'm saying? So we'd hope that he was helping me relax and have fun. It's too funny, but it's true. But you know what I'm saying? When it's actual, like, we've got a connection where it's like not just all based around sex. I'd imagine he will be able to. That is so funny. Funniest synchronicity just happened. I'll plug my Mac in. The charger just flashed up the needed charging, but see what I mean, though? Isn't that interesting that I'm talking about I'm in major chill mode and I'm meant to be? So some of you are meant to be as well. So if you're actually watching this on the Saturday, which might be late at night by the time I finish fucking filming this, are you relaxing? You know, are you switching off? Come on, work with me here. Where's the plug? I'm like trying to see if I'm in the show. I think it was just the corner of my glasses. That's all right. Oh dear. Right. So, but if we're not talking about two people, you have to, and actually, even when we are, you have to learn to harness that yourself. You can't rely on somebody else. Like, I'm not going to lie, when I've got my twin flame in my life, whenever that may be destined to happen, I look forward to somebody kind of reminding me to take a break, and you've been helping too many people, and, you know, not in a kind of controlling way, because I'll be like, fuck off, right? I'm doing what I want to do. I'm joking. I don't think people could tell me what to do, could they? I was laughing about that, thinking, like, you know, I'm just so, like, when I got up today, right, which I'm not even gonna lie, it wasn't that late, it was 10. But I mean, I sometimes wake up at like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so it was quite late. But when I got up, I thought, I was just making a coffee, and I thought, well, I'm just feeling really happy. Like, you know, I just feel really peaceful and content, and just loving that I'm just having just a lot of hermit time, you know, more than usual. I'm always a hermit. It was just more than, I just feel really, yeah, I just feel really peaceful. And just like that feeling of not having to answer to anyone as well. Like, I just love it. Like, I have got so much freedom energy. You know, my soul is very free. And it's, so the thing is that's my twin flame as well. You know what I mean? Like naturally, that is that was always what I loved about him before I recognised it myself. Like I literally did say that to him once. Like, I love how much of a free spirit you are. So I'm not trying to tie you down. I'm just basically telling you that I like you more than I've let on. And I didn't even really know what to do about it either. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew that he wasn't ready. And could we please stop going into the feels? Because, do you know why I'm going into that though? It's because this is in the house of my secrets. So it's where I listen to everyone else's secrets. One of the houses, because I've got a lot of houses in my chart. But it's where my secrets are. Interesting. Well, it's not a fucking secret now, is it? When I'm fucking sitting telling the YouTube, but anyway, it's not a fucking secret to him either if he fucking looks hard enough. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh God, what is it that fell? YOD. How interesting. There was a fucking YOD. Oh my God, that's crazy. I can't remember if it was a YOD yesterday. It was a YOD this week, put it that way. And if you've got a YOD in your chart, that's really lucky. You're very protected. How interesting. Right, I'll not put that up there though, because that's also interesting but annoying that it fell. Intense energies though, intense energies. Right. Destiny though. Destiny just fell on the floor. if you see it like that, Destiny literally just fell on the floor. I just got that. So it's like Destiny's involved in this is like on the other video I was saying that lots of people's the North Node is in Taurus, so that's why I'm talking about a lot, and the Taurus card came out at the start. But lots of people that tune into me are North Node and Taurus, including my twin. That sounded like, oh fuck, I didn't mean like including my twin who's tuning in, but I mean I just that's where we just don't like. We just don't think about that, because if we thought about that too much, I don't think I would be sitting in my good vibes pajamas. Do you know what I'm saying? And talking about him so much. So we just push that out. I'm only joking. I wouldn't give a fuck. I absolutely would be showing up in these because it's not that unusual that you'd be watching this. Anyway, but yeah. The North Node is in Taurus for all of us, so that's why the Taurus moon may have been quite a fucker for people with heavy Taurus placements. But the North Node is in Taurus for all of us, our destiny. So we're all being guided to value ourselves more, have more self-worth, do things that are good for our senses, nice for our senses, be around people that we value, things that we value. Just value ourselves more, full stop, and what we surround ourselves with in our physical environment. Oh, quite intense shit, guys. Okay, so that's where the feminine's at. And also, just to complement matters, divine masculine can be in divine masculine's hashtag all the feels part can be here too. Very floaty, dreamy, connecting with their twin in the astral and connecting with their feelings. That really actually makes a shitload of sense for divine masculines that are connecting with their feelings more, whether you're a man or a woman. Whatever you identify as, right? And where's divine masculine at? Either your divine masculine energy within you or divine masculine in a twin flame connection in the subconscious. So divine feminines in that wave, regardless of gender, are very, very dreamy, sleepy. That's why I'm like just floating off, like I'm just pushing myself out the way to deliver the message for whoever needs to hear. Scorpio, interesting. So your divine masculine may actually be a Scorpio. That is the case for me. I mean, again, all the secrets covered it. I've said that before. So again, and remember I was talking about secrets, and that is the 8th house. So investigate. So divine masculine in the subconscious is diving deep into their feelings, whether you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as. And on the bottom of the deck, nurture, we've got Ceres. Now that's interesting because that is where right now this energy is really hitting that energy in my chart, the very mothering part of me that helps you, the nurturing part. But also I feel there's something significant about the 29th of August there. So that'll be in a roughly about a week. The new moon in Virgo is the 27th, a week today, yeah. So this will be the Monday. So there's something significant about that new moon in Virgo, new beginnings coming in. Right, what else? Divine masculine. Divine, now obviously Scorpio is psychic detective, it's diving deep, it's what I call brutal truth. It's about transformation, rebirth, it's pain, but it's transforming your pain into power. It's how I help people with everything that I do. It's a very shamanic side. So divine masculines are really diving deep. So those of you in divine masculine energy out there, whether you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as, are really diving deep into your feels. And yeah, and I really do feel tapping into that galactic, that spacey energy. So you see, I already see how, because the divine feminine is very dreamy, very spacey, connecting to the higher dimensions, whether it's like me, you just do that all the time anyway, or you don't do it as much when you're being guided to do it more. It's really helping the divine masculine go deep into their feelings and connect with their guides and galactic energy, and you know, to just know more. I know Aquarius, I know. And it's got the 23rd in it, so I really do feel is that Tuesday or something? I think it's Tuesday, but so Tuesday may be significant there as well, but also that's the shift into Virgo season. So, and also this is spontaneous awake. This is like awakening, ascension. So this is all going on. So there's a lot, like very dreamy, spacey energy for both. And then this is like transformation, rebirth, and spontaneous awakening. Yep. Pretty much what I've seen mirrored in clients and what I've felt myself. Let's actually use the same deck, right? Consciously. Wait a minute, actually, let's do a block. What deck could I use for? Oh, I think I was going to use that. Right, yeah, they told me to use this deck, so I'm going to use the Dark Goddess deck, and I'll read from the book. So what is a block for the divine feminine energies in this connection? Subconsciously. So remember, subconsciously, if you're not aware, I know lots of people do know what that means, but if you're not aware, it means that you wouldn't consciously choose to like run away from true love, for example. Like it's like a subconscious, it's like something, a running program from childhood that like, oh my God, if I get involved with this person, they're going to hurt me, they're going to break my heart because they're everything I want. So I'm just going to go for not even the next best. I'm just going to go for something that, or someone that just I don't care about even half as much. Anyway, that talk about it, that was harsh, but that is true for a lot of twins. Like seriously, like some twins will choose somebody that's scarily like their twin, and some will just choose people that are nothing like, or a little bit in between. Different for different people. You'll know, or maybe you won't know, but that is what I've seen over helping thousands of people. Let's see. Oh God, revenge. Oh, so divine feminine's feeling a bit dark there. Let's see. Let's see. Right. Boiling point. Must seek revenge. Wow. Destroyed. This act must be avenged. Stop, retract, time to think twice. Forgive, move on, and pay the price. By the power of Dark Goddess and me, protection in place, blessed being. It's page 30. So significance coming up here about the end of the month. When they're beaten, some people will just give up or turn and walk away, but not you. You seek revenge, but right now it's getting to the point where it will consume you rather than give you strength to rise above the actions of those who have wronged you. A broken heart will not mend by inflicting pain onto others. I was literally just saying this to somebody yesterday. It will just stay broken for longer. Falsehoods spoken have left you raw, but the desire to add to those lies or knee-jerk reaction will only make things worse. So I feel this is more of a bit of a warning because, again, you know, I'm always talking about forgiveness and that. It's not like people don't betray me or piss me off. They do it quite often, to be honest, but it's like I'm somebody that's here to feel that anger, feel it to heal it, and then help people move on from it because it is not worth it. So wait a minute. Ditty, who reigns over so many, asks you to think twice. Her acts of revenge backfired, as she is warning you of doing the same. Literally, honestly, did just give advice like this very recently. Take the high ground. Remove yourself from a situation or relationship will only shatter your dreams once more. Become the better person. Forgive and move on. Show the world you're so much more than a victim of circumstance. Yeah, and again, so it's like this. I would resonate with this from past experience where there's absolutely people that have just acted like, I've not even got words for it, like disgusting towards me. But like many people, like basically, you know, like people that I've given so much of my time and energy and unconditional love to, and sometimes it's felt like they've just fucking shattered you from a great height, like I said to one of my friends yesterday, one of my best friends actually. And that's what I mean, is that like I could, and I said, you know, you can take and I'm like, because this is anonymous, I'm basically just saying that, you know, this is what, when I said that about, you know, being shattered from a great height, she's like, that's literally what I just said earlier, is that's what it feels like. And I was like, well, you know, and you can take two, you've got one of two options. You can just turn around and become a C word to everyone else, which is not the way to go, guys. Or you could just continue being your loving, giving self, but just be a bit more wary and have better boundaries, you know. And that's what my message is to people, is you don't stop being a nice person, but make sure that you're, you know, selective about being overly nice. You know, that's the thing. You can still, like, good vibes only. You can be a good person, but you don't need to be like loving and giving absolutely fucking every person that crosses your path. But you also don't need to send out hate, you know, because it's just going to come back tenfold. So yeah, I feel somebody's really needing to hear that. Divine feminine or divine masculine. Because like I say, this can go for masculine's feminine side. And also just don't fall into victim mode. Like there's loads of things in my life that are going to be like, oh, poor me, poor me. But it's like, you know, whatever shitty things have happened to me, whether it's decades ago or years ago or whatever, it's like, just use it to make you stronger. You know, it doesn't mean you're up, doesn't mean you're not upset for a few weeks or months or years, even whatever it is that's happened to you. But like in my life, I try to get to that point where I'm the observer, or like, you know, and I just see I don't know, I've gotten to a place where I just learn to laugh at life. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying when people are shouting me from a great height, I'm sitting there fucking laughing. Certainly not. I'm more like I would have been crying the minute it first happens, but I just couldn't step, like I was even laughing now, like I just sort of see the drama involved, you know, whether it's like the twin flame journey, whether it's like friends, whether it's anybody, clients, like I said, I've had clients that have shat me from a great height as well. I'm just always fucking wary of everyone. It's just, I just kind of think, do you know what, everybody's there to teach you something, and my god, do I learn through everyone. So it's just the way that I see it, guys, if it helps you. Think about what you really should do rather than what you want to do. Don't act in haste. And it's not a coincidence, like I said, that I literally just calmed down a friend of mine recently. Your partner's ex is on the war path. Fucking hell. Well, okay, that's quite specific, but I mean, you might not have a partner, but I suppose I would take that to mean it could be your, yeah, anyway. Think through all your options before taking drastic action. Tell someone how you really feel about a situation causing you sleepless nights. Negative behaviour needs to be addressed. Christ, that's really specific, isn't it? So yeah, let's just call a spade there. Your partner's ex is on the warpath. If you've got a partner, or if you're with your twin flame, it could be that. It could, and it doesn't, obviously it can be past romantic partners aren't happy and they're on the warpath. Absolutely, because that happens with twin flames. But it doesn't need to be romantic. It could even be like, although it says ex, it could be like family members that don't like twin flames. It could be friends that don't like twin flames. It could be anyone. But that was really quite specific. So yeah, that resonated with who it's meant to resonate with. Ooh, right, archetypal avenger of Indian origin. Diti wanted a son more powerful than Indra, who killed her previous children. Fucking hell. But Indra used a thunderbolt to splinter the fetus into many pieces, creating the 49 Marathas. Diti was instrumental in partitioning of India into Hindu and Tamil, North and South India, to gain control autonomy over the gods. It's pretty dark. Right, okay, well that's pretty heavy, but just again, we're guided to certain decks for a reason. Deliverance. There's the Divine Masculines card already in the subconscious. Wow, look. And that's on the bottom again for Divine Masculine. And I did shuffle. So I feel this is, I'm getting a strong message that this is about, like, some twins are kept apart by ex-partners doing black magic. I mean, this won't be everyone, but black magic, spell work. And remember, that doesn't need to be like somebody sitting, you know, with all these kind of dark tools. That can be like gossip, narcissistic behavior, being needy of the twin and, you know, keeping them away from where they're meant to be. Right, let's read this. But this is where someone would need to find the strength to walk away from that kind of behavior and allowing themselves to be manipulated. And again, this is what I've helped people with for years. Right, okay, so distorted feminine energy, basically. Because like I say all the time, it's like whether it's a man holding a woman back, which is what I've helped a lot of people with over the years, still do, or a woman holding a man back, or a woman holding another woman back, or a man holding another man back, whatever applies, or whatever you identify as, it's distorted something, isn't it? Because if someone doesn't want to be with you and you're not happy about it and you're trying to stop them being from someone else, whether it's a twin flame or not, this goes for anyone, that's very controlling, toxic, fucked up behavior. And it's well, it's the opposite of good vibes, put it that way. And it's not right, you know, and I happen to feel anybody that is sort of doing controlling behavior like that, like they genuinely need help themselves. And I'm being serious here. That's why it's like, you know, this is the brutal truth. It is in the Scorpio in my chart right now, you know, the Gemini energies in my 8th house, but it's hurt people. And they would have learned that from someone around them, that, you know, that in order to keep someone, you have to control them. Or, you know, it's kind of like when you get these girls or women that track their man's every move. Like, why would you even want to be with someone if you were that worried about what they were up to 24/7? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that just would drive me nuts. You know, it's kind of like, to be honest with you, right? And my twin flame will get this. It's kind of like how, as much as I totally madly fell in love with my twin flame, before I knew that's what he was to me, you know, to me, I'd just fallen in love with the guy that I was sleeping with, before I realised the deeper connection of what we were. It was kind of like, because he was footloose and fancy free, good looking guy, and with the way with the ladies, that's why I never allowed myself to attach to him even more than what I want. You know what I mean? Like, before before my feelings got really deep for him, I kept subconsciously just telling myself, or subconsciously, consciously telling myself, don't allow yourself to get more feelings for him than what you've got, because you're just going to end up hurt. Like, you know, he is not a one woman type of guy. And then because I could see right through him, that whatever facade he was putting on, I mean, it wasn't a facade either, he was having fun, because we were all young, you know what I mean? But it's but even though we were all young, like, some people were settling, like, you know, some of my pals are married and that, and some of his pals be married, whatever, like, you know, settling down, having relationships and that. Try to say here, once the feelings hit big time, I was fucked, as I like to say it, you know what I mean? It was like, oh my God. But even then, because I'm quite practical and sensible, I still knew, well, yeah, fair enough, my feelings might have kicked in big time. And I know that he does really adore me. He's nowhere near ready to admit that. Like, and I just knew that, do you know what I mean? And that's where, I mean, I think I approach things a bit differently, like I did, because I'm so psychic, but in tune with everyone's feelings, and definitely knowing now that he is my, you know, known for ages now that he's my twin flame. It's like, I just accepted it. Do you know what I mean? I've just accepted that, like, you can't force somebody to see something that they either literally don't see yet or they're not willing to see. And that's why to this day, me and him never, you know, is the one that got away, or the, you know, never got the closure, the unfinished, well, never fucking started conversation, you know. It's, so yeah, I suppose they're getting me to say that, because if anyone else is in that situation where you opened up a Pandora's box, or you tried to, or, you know, it probably would be whoever was in the divine feminine energy tried to bring it up. If it never really got spoken about, you know, it's that is quite a huge indication that you're onto something. But where it's like a lot of people just wouldn't have the patience to hang around and wait on somebody to realise their feelings. That's where it's different. A lot of people wouldn't. And I do realise that, you know what I mean? But that's where it's like, it's a calling. Being a twin flame is a spiritual calling. It's more than a, you know, having the hots for somebody, catching the feels. Like, you know, loads of people get that and they move on. Like, even, to be honest with you, even before my feelings were really deep about him, I had like wee mini crushes on people that I really thought I really, really liked. But I was just kidding my, you know what I mean? I was obviously just, they were obviously just fucking giving my mind a treat before I was just total mad about him. And it'll be the same for him. Like, he will have definitely had crushes on other folk that he's been pulled away, his attention as well. I know for definite his attention has been pulled away to other women, you know. God, sorry. Fucking, I was stretching, just showing my, it's fine. Yeah, it's all just interesting, isn't it? Let's just read this. I'm in chatty mood today. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, I genuinely do, I really would like to help people that are like that get so obsessed with someone and they don't care if the person doesn't want to be with them, they just want to be with them. Like, that's just like really sad, like, in the sense of sad as in like that you would think so little of yourself that you would settle for somebody even though you know they don't want to be with you and they actually really want to be with someone else. Like, it's just, but sometimes it isn't even as, like, you know, nice as that. And it's like, people are after, like, we've got to be real here, like, you know, a lot of karmic partners don't even want a twin. They just want them for their status, or they want them for, like, you know, there's twins that are famous as well, and not the ones that they, you know, and it's never, I don't think it's ever the ones that you try and make you think are twin, or the ones that say they're twin flames. These are not real twin flames, so don't be fooled by all that shit. But I can spot the real ones. It's like, why are you making me say all of this? I'm just trying to feel into what they're saying. Yeah, you know, they want them for their money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like when I was talking about the Kardashians before and all that. It's like energy vampires. Do you know what I mean? Like, they want people for their, they want to get the strength out of the man, and or they want their money, or they want something from them. And they could even be like, you know, a lot of karmic partners could be like sleeping with like multiple different people, or like or in love with someone else. Like, they don't even want the twin, they just want control over someone. That isn't for everyone, by the way, and that also isn't women with men. That can be men with their men, that can be men controlling a woman. Yeah, oh god, that was really deep, but anyway, it's true. Like, it really is true. Like, that's true. Like, I've seen it, it is true. Right. Deliverance, death, destruction, woe and loss, deep despair among chaos. Fucking hell, well, that is definitely true for a lot of the very masculines. Withstand the storm to be free. Deliverance is liberty. By the power of dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Turbulent, unsettling times reach a climax, heralding the end of something major in your life that you can no longer avoid. And this is why I've just been saying that about when people run away from their feelings. Take Oya's hand now as she blows it all asunder, scattering the debris of the past far and wide. Oya will ensure nothing of the difficulties remain and lead you through this time of death and chaos to something new. This is literally where so many of my clients are at right now. I know this is right. Deliverance is her gift when you face death in all its forms, and this is what we're saying. This is why this is why Scorpio energy is in the subconscious as well. Wow. For without death, the cycle of life would cease to exist. We would cease to be, and all that you have yet to experience would not have the space nor opportunity to manifest itself. This African goddess of old is to be welcomed and treasured, as her presence is now stimulus you need to move forward in your life. Trying to take on this immense force of nature or fight against it will prove your undoing. This is basically talking about whether you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as, the more masculine energies try to fight against destiny and where they're being led to go, which is going to cause chaos. And it is actually the other card that, like, I don't use these cards a lot. I used them the other day, but like before that, I don't use them a lot because I got them for Halloween, I think, and I got them for doing shadow work. So it's like I will use them now and again, but it's like, oh my god! And I've just seen something else that says anyway. I'll carry on saying this. It's talking about, you know, a lot of twins will lay low and bring in drama to twins' lives because of like karmic exes and just karmic, like say, not just romantic, karmic, anyone, friends, anything, to, you know, to keep people out of harm's way and stuff, and just like drama. But what the message coming through the other day was, and it's coming through again, is this is like, it's not always possible to have good vibes only, you know what I mean? That's why you got to protect yourself. Like, we're in spiritual warfare. Like, people are not going to like it. They're not going to like twins getting together. But then when twins do get together, it's interesting how the energy will change. Like, people will get used to it. It's kind of like when I say all the time, you know, like, people are like, I know twins that are together. I know married twins. I know people that have been friends of mine prior, or friends that I've met on the internet and all that kind of shit. And it's our clients, a bit of both. And people are jealous of them. But because you've got such a tight friendship and relationship, you can withstand the storm, you know what I mean? And it's not always like in a stressy kind of, oh, fucking hell, man, do you know what I mean? That's a bit, sounds a bit draining, doesn't it? That like, oh, you're with the one, you know, you're with your lover, you're with the one you're meant to be with, but everybody hates you, like, fucking, you know what I mean? But it's not quite that way, but it's just a fact that people are jealous when it's a real true partnership like that, because it's because not many people have it. But is that reason enough to not have it? I don't think so. Like, do you know what I mean? But before you realise that yourself, and you realise it's because you're on a good thing, you could think there's either something wrong with you and the twin flame being together, or there's something wrong with you, or you know what I mean? And that's not the case. Like, the people that, like, even someone I was literally speaking to yesterday, like, they're totally amazing and their relationship's amazing, but because they'll get shit here and there everywhere, you could start to think, well, what the fuck's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. You're amazing. Your relationship's amazing. People are jealous. End of. You know what I mean? So focus on the good in your life, the positivity you're putting out there, and fuck everyone else. And I think that's why. When I was watching, what was it? I found, what was it? Michelle and Romy's high school reunion, or Romy and Michelle, and that used to be one of my favourites when I was younger. It was really poignant that when I was watching back the last video I'd done, it got to that bit when I'd just said something about twin flames, or it might have even been my twin flame, and just like, I think it was specifically that it's like, you know, the only person I'd put up with having crap in my life for is him. Like, basically, because it is your twin soul, you know, it is your twin flame, and it's like, because you know your heart, because I know my heart, I know his heart, and I know that he wouldn't want to cause any pain in my life purposely, just as I wouldn't want in his life. Like you say, true twins are really quite considerate of one another. And that's why I speak about it so much. Like, they don't want to cause all this pain. Like, yeah, it doesn't mean that they don't, like, because twins do cause pain in each other's lives, mainly through miscommunication, but it can be through actions as well. But then it's like, when they're more conscious of what they've done, that's why then masculine energies can go through a lot of clearing the darkness. So why did I act like that? And it's just because we're all at different levels of consciousness, learning different things. Do you know what I mean? Just like there'll be loads of things in divine feminines. Like personally, there's loads of things in my life. I'm like, you know what I mean? Now that I know better, I do better. You know, it's just right. Anyway, so listen to this because it ties in. Yeah, learn this lesson now, and what awaits will make it all worthwhile. Basically, the twin flame and destiny. But this is a bit that I'm like, wow, considering in the divine feminine, it was like, watch out, your partner's ex is on the warpath. Very specific. The divine masculines is a house move further afield is likely. This is like when I picked up that I do feel a lot of divine masculines. And I know this from clients of mine that are literally moving or waiting to move, like quite a few. Because you've even seen that in the lives when people say it. Or you will if you've watched replays, or you know, when people say it when I go back to doing the lives. But I kind of feel like there's, for some twin dynamics, it's like a bit of like, depending on what's been going on, like someone's going to want to move like quite far away. So it's not for everyone, but I do feel that. Let go of old patterns and behaviours. A job is coming to an end. There we go. There's karmic situations that are ending. It doesn't need to be the drama of a person. It's just like someone's done with their job because they're being called to their spiritual calling. A death changes your outlook. I do feel there has been like literal deaths in some divine masculine's lives. So sending love if that's you. End of an unhealthy relationship. See what I mean? That ties in with the thing about the ex. So it might not have been recent, but it could have been recent for some people. It might not have even happened for some people. But it's like, yeah, kind of like when I said pulling away from a narcissistic or codependent romantic partnership, friendship, family, or a bit of all of it is like coming off a heroin. So it is, you know, you got it is. It's hard to do. And you will know, because we've all had to do it somewhere. We've all had to pull away from recognising where you love someone a lot, but this isn't healthy. You're just dragging each other under. A birth in the family is announced. Take a last minute holiday somewhere unfamiliar. Again, it might not be that somebody's moving away, packing up, moving away forever. It might just be, I keep picking up on people that are going away on a holiday last minute. Again, and this might literally be me that's doing that, because like you say, I don't think so, but we'll never know. Because I'd said I was going to plan to in this time, but I'd have to be doing that in the next couple of days. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Right, archetypal reaper of African origin, Oya symbolized the first and last breath of life. This primordial deity of immense power and influence was linked to the Niger and Amazon rivers, yet more often than not, it was the fiercest of winds that heralded her presence. She was the compassionate guardian of the unborn, who after death she delivered to the other side. Wow. Heavy shit, man. These are heavy messages. Right. Okay. Okay. It'll be for everyone, but it'll be for whoever needs to hear it. Right. I was told to use the Russian roulette deck. So let's see. In the conscious mind of divine feminine, give us. Oh my God. Fucking hell. Shit. Guys. I'm not being funny. Maybe that one that I done a week ago or 10 days ago, maybe I think it was just a week ago though, or 10 days ago, was predicting kind of like now's energy, or whenever someone watches this, because there's the 8 again too, and the last one I done was about the power of 8, the lightning bolt. Remember I pulled this card before, the lightning bolt. This is things happening out in the blue, or this might have just happened in the Taurus moon period the last few days. And then we've got the scribe on the bottom. So before I even read this from the book, I'm feeling this is communication coming in out of the blue between twin flames, like basically being like, this is what's been going on. What number is that? Yeah. The Queen of Scrolls. Spoke about writing, and then that's like a divine fit. She's beautiful, actually. Oh, that's the woman on the front. Oh, I always feel that's important. This might actually look like one of yous out there. I can actually think of someone that does look like that. I know that's a twin flame. So it's like, look, it's on the front of the deck. So that's important. I always feel that's important when the one that's on the front of the deck. But it's like that. So that's like communication coming in from a twin flame, right? The scribe. And then that's the divine feminine responding with a big essay. Funny, but true. Right, 8 of Horses. Oh, how do I find these? What's it called? The lightning bolt. 182. This is, you know, so this is going to make a lot of sense to you. It's like, as a divine feminine, you know that this is coming. Like, you feel it. You feel this surprise communication is just going to pop up out of nowhere. And you'll be ready to respond when it does. A lightning bolt illuminates a stormy night sky, striking a tree down to its core. Puddles of rain pull upon the ground. This card shows that it's a time of splitting apart. Oh my God, yep, that's the earth, the new earth and the old earth. A time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. You may be feeling wounded, grieved, gravely disappointed. The loss could be a career opportunity, romantic relationship, partnership, creative project, or a friendship. At first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but the light that flashes, we see the deep puddles of a storm that has been going on for some time. This could even be, this might not even be anything to do, this for some people it is the twin flame, right? Or it's a bit of both. But for some people, I feel like this is like, yeah, a friendship coming to an end, or a few friendships, or family things, or whatever, you know, or a job. Because I can think of people that's going to be a wee bit of all of that. But it's that too, you know. Like something that is kind of bubbling away under the surface, coming to a head. And then, you know, could be communication coming in from the person to be like, can we talk about this? And then, you know, so just take it how it resonates. You've probably been aware of the threat or difficulty at some level, even if you were unwilling to acknowledge it before. Now it's seeing, and that would be subconscious. And then now this is the conscious mind. So this does make sense. Now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There's a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning and a storm to cleanse the field. And then for divine masculines out there, this can make sense for your feminine side as well. Remember your feelings, that you've felt that this is coming a long time. You've known that you've needed to communicate with the twin flame, and you know that they're going to respond with love, but it's just like what a lot of people do. A lot of women I work with do this too, but a lot of men will do this too, like just pushing it away because it's too heavy. This is an exceptional time of dynamic force and energy. You may have suffered a lot. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not reading that. That's a reverse. I'm not guided. Well, yeah, they're guiding me to read it. I didn't pull it reverse, but let's read it reverse. This is an exceptional time of dynamic force and energy. You may have suffered a loss, but the storm is dispersing. Some cleanup might be required, but it's time to set down new roots and seek new ground and new growth. Apply your energy to whatever compels you now. Yeah, they're saying that some of you are already through this, so when this card is reversed, a bolt of lightning reaches up to crack the heavens. It's nothing less than the divine power that moves through you and rises up to the depths of creation. Own it. It's a force that can help you light up the earth. Wow. Imagine a lightning bolt striking nearby, leaving some destruction in its wake. Now close your eyes. I'll give you a moment to do that. Don't do it if you're driving. And with a deep breath, feel the energy of lightning stir within you. It's almost as if the finger of God is yours to employ. How do you want to direct this energy in your life? Open your eyes. And now we've got the scribe. And I nearly opened it up at the page. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts, but in many there were the most learned men of their time. Women, sorry, that doesn't say women, but I did just say women. So men or women. People well versed in the law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. This card indicates a great upsweep in the mind-body study for you. If there's a subject which you'd like to acquaint or reacquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change in your life, or even change the world opportunity. See, there's a lot about being able to change the world, and that's what twin flames are able to do when they're together, is emit this really positive, loving energy out into the world. For for healing. Just as the Wright brothers began studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise upon the wings of discovery now. There may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right person or place of learning. You could also become a writer or a teacher yourself at this time, elevating, contributing to others. So that definitely with Mars and Gemini, that's action with writing. So it could even just be like making notes, you know, but it could be those of you that are aspiring writers. If you're involved in any legal matters, and it can be something as simple as writing to the twin flame too. So, because it's not simple, is it? It's a scary thing to do. If you're involved in any legal matters, there's a person who can help you with this. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. And it might not just be a lawyer. I know that'd be the obvious one. It could be a shaman. Hello, I help people with it. I've helped people loads of things where they've actually not needed to go to court, where it would have been likely that they would have. So this is how serious my job is. You know what I mean? If you don't get that, it's not kind of hippy dippy shit, which a lot of people think. You know, again, there's loads of my kind of more practical pals that don't get what I do. And I feel sorry for them. They're missing out. But I've also not got the energy to fucking go on about what, you know what I mean? It's like they're not meant to know. So, you know what I mean? Like, people will realise when they're meant to. This could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice what compels you and be sure to answer the call. That is so Mars and Gemini, by the way. We'll have a quick glance at the Queen of Scrolls, because there's, where is it? My eyes just went to fated meeting in the book. So there's a lot of fated meetings coming, and there's something about midnight. And look, a clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before midnight. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at a time that was predetermined by their higher selves. You're shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you're coming to a very important relationship in your life. This is what I'm saying. With the North Node in Taurus, it's about valuing your future, valuing your present, but valuing your future and valuing who you want to spend time with. And that's why the lightning bolt is striking for twins to be together. Like, it's happening. If someone isn't consciously moving towards you, the divine's going to make them move towards you. With this card, you're either in its entirely new or existing relationship has been lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives maybe have brought you together, so it's important for you to both stay alert. This will be weird if I shuffle and it comes out for Divine Masculine. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and each other. If you both honour your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This is talking about twin flames. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, creative project, or important purpose that you hold. So it could be that too. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, spiritual teacher, brother or sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready. It's almost time. Fucking hell. Special note, whether this card is upright or reversed, notice the neighbouring card to which the clock tower's spire points. This card can provide more insight into the new person about how this fated meeting takes place. Right. Take a deep breath and fill yourself with the expectation of someone special coming. Feel the excitement of this important approach. It's someone to know, to hold, and to help you. This person is almost here. Woo. Oh God, I didn't even read the one I was meant. I did read the one I was meant to, I feel, and you'll know if that was for you. And it could still be for you, but it's like a year away. So bear that in mind. I know that's so annoying. Like, again, it's so annoying, isn't it? Because you're like, well, what was the fucking point? Do you know what I mean? What if I'm not even going to fucking remember what the person said, the random person on YouTube? But that's how it works, right? Time's an illusion. Queen of... Where is she then? Queen of... Oh, right, she must be over here. Queen of Scrolls, 129. Oh my God, I've been doing this for like an hour and 20 minutes, I think, if my time is right. I don't know. Right, Queen of Scrolls. A beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. By the way, I'm just sort of thinking they're saying this to me. I might move ones like this that are really long and quite specific to twins in certain ways. I might move this to the paid platform, so just bear that in mind. I might not, but I might, because it's, you know, it's like these are really detailed and quite specific. Yeah, we'll see. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind whom you may already know or yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway of new level and wisdom and understanding. Yeah, this is about a divine feminine leading a divine masculine to the higher realms. Look, and then I've just knocked that lightning bolt off as well, which feels significant. Like being a guiding light, being a lighthouse for other divine masculines too, but because that again is loads of my women clients, but again there are men watching this too. But it's for your own divine masculine too. A beautiful woman holds this grand blah 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 sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. And again, I'm reading the Akashic records every time I'm doing anything, basically. But these are Akashic cards. When this card appears upright, she brings important information, inspiration to you. That could literally be the information that I'm displaying here, because it might not be important to you, but it's important for someone that needs to see this. So we'll pray that they see it. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind whom you already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. See what I mean? Someone's twin flame. This woman could be helpful to you in some project or requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or publisher, right? I mean, this is definitely... So again, this could even be like somebody booking a session with me that enlightens them about the writing that they're going to do in the world, or something that they need to do in the world. You know, it could even be that as well, but it could be anything. If you're a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you to a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication, academics such as counselling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding, readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth, expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit centered. Open to the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. But that is about stepping through the door at your twin flame, or the bolt of lightning is going to make you do it. Close your eyes and feel the Queen of Scrolls approach, or your divine feminine, within or externally or both. As she hands you a scroll, your greater mind awakens. Feel the sparkling brilliance there. Yeah, because a lot of that, you can open your eyes, a lot of that I was speaking to people as if they were a divine masculine. So this is like definitely a lot to do with the divine masculine's feminine side. But remember, feminines, this is like bolt lining out the blue, things breaking down that were meant to break down, you know, if you weren't sort of ending them yourself, being guided to write more. And that, and sorry, I'm starting to burp now because I've been transmuting the energy. But again, that actually, I can see this really resonates for me, because I mention almost every video, and I hadn't in this one, that they keep, even today, something in my room that is about writing a book fell off and grabbed my attention. So it's like they're really wanting me to start bringing that together, like to manifest it. I've got many books within me that I am going to write. Oh my God, War of the Roses. Fucking hell. War of the Roses. This one too. Feel the waterfall. And what's in the bottom? Wishes fulfilled. Wow. Okay, we'll read them all. We read them all for Divine Feminine, so we'll read them all for Divine Masculines. Only fair. The War of the Roses. See, this reminds me of the film. I've seen it once, but I can't remember. That's when I first got this deck. Those of you might remember I pulled that. This is going on now for people. For some people. Because this is consciously going on. And I just opened the right page as well. So, God, storm clouds gather in the sky, and the Divine Feminine has lightning. Two lines of mounted knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a field of battle. The left side carries the banner, the white rose, the right carries the red rose. This card depicts a war within a relationship, or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss, or family member. There could be power plays, and the very least there's a lack of reciprocity communication. This is like a breakdown of a karmic situation. It could be people that have already broken away from karmic partners, but it could also be people that are in the middle of it. You're at an impasse, your intuition or spirit, the white rose has told you that this experience is not a supportive one, but your passions, fears, and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. So again, this is really all mirroring, isn't it? It's someone ignoring what they know. You've tried to bring the two together, as indicated by the dirty flag with a combined white and red rose on the ground, but what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions just watching and waiting. This situation is nothing less than karmic, and it is time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honouring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. Jesus Christ, I mean, this is really specific. This never fails, as I know I say all the time, but if you're new to me, like, just, you'll see that this happens fairly often. Like, I'd say nearly every time that it's like, I'm blown away because I've used decks that I don't use very often. These aren't ones that I have, like, I've got go-tos that some will use every time or a lot, and these aren't them, but these are the ones they told me to use. So, like I'm saying, this is definitely like a therapy session video, this one, for whoever it's for. Somebody's really been asking for help with this, I would say. So here I am. But again, personal responsibility. If you need more help than a YouTube video. But this is a YouTube video that, honestly, I'm not even shitting you. Like, loads of people have said that to me. Like, this could be one that I charge for. I'm not gonna, but in the future it might be. And I might even make this unlisted and then it'll be on the platform. So I'm just saying. But I truly hope somebody finds it now while it's free. Close your eyes and see or sense a person with whom you have some type of relationship. It can be any relationship that's happening in your life. Imagine that person handing you a rose. Is the rose vibrant or wilted? Large or small? Bright or dark? Happy or sad? What message do you receive from this rose? Open your eyes. And I happen to feel as well, because I am a divine feminine and I am a key code, I can't even say it, key code holder, that I deliver the light codes, everything that I do. I really do feel, I wouldn't be surprised if you were handed some sort of significant activation there. When I don't know, it was something you need to know. I felt it when I was saying it. Different for different people. If it was meant to, it would happen, but just, let me know. I mean, it's short, but they do things very quickly through me. So always interesting to hear. People let me know. Some people let me know. 6 of Forces. The waterfall. Oh, I keep opening it at the right page. A towering waterfall roars down in a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honours you and moves your life forward. This is definitely about people breaking free of karmic situations. I feel this is a few people I work with, actually, that have been needing a bit of encouragement, bit of support. So the element of water is fluid, like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into the limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, which this is the masculine's card. So women that I work with, men out there, whatever you identify as, this is really tying in with the Scorpio energy and the subconscious, because this is water Scorpio as well. And deeper emotions. It's a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as expansion of psychic energy. Scorpio is very psychic energy. I've got a lot of Scorpio. Use this time to act on these and tap into the power that is ever flowing. So yeah, and remember that, and like you say, the Gemini energy is in my 8th house, a lot of it. So that's why I'm going full on counselor today. Counselor shaman. I am every time, but I can just feel I'm very chilled, sort of. This is clearing energy. With a deep breath, fill every part of your being with the energy of a great waterfall. Feel the power that electrifies and lights the world pouring through you. How do you want to use it today? The next card's balance as well. Right, what was the one? Wishes fulfilled, 5 of keys. Well, that sounds promising. Divine masculines, 5 of keys. So again, it's like, the divine feminine and divine masculine cards are scarily mirroring here, because it's like lightning bolt and battle, and then with the other card about people on the warpath, and there's so deeper emotions, but it's like it's just basically like a lot of shit kicking off, but wishes getting fulfilled anyway. So it's basically it's basically what I say all the time. People don't fucking like it, but it's happening anyway. Good vibes only, kind of. But it's kind of like, it's quite interesting because I'm sure my guides were talking to me about this when I woke up this morning. It's like those of us that try, and I know because this was me at one point, and this is what I was saying to one of my best friends yesterday. It's not me now, but it doesn't mean I'm a bitch now. It doesn't mean I'm like, yeah, but some people will think that. Like literally I know there's people out there for a fact that will be saying that about me, that I'm like quite harsh or whatever, but it's not. It's just because they don't have good boundaries and I have found mine. You know what I mean? To be honest. Or if people are saying that about you too, it's the truth. It's because everybody's so inverted and got so much programming that it's like the way that people think is the right way to be is actually not. It's not healthy. But yeah, what my guides were saying this morning is like, if you're the kind of person that tries to do right by everyone all the time, it's not actually a great way to be if you think about it. Because if you're always trying to do the right thing, like this is literally why I was helping a friend of mine last night, with a lot of what I was saying was about from a personal experience of me making those mistakes, divine mistakes, I might say, because I really don't have no regrets, right? Everything that I've ever embarked on in my life, it all teaches you something. But it's kind of like you've got to get to that point, and that's what karmic lessons are, where you're just fucking sick of the same pattern happening over and over and over again with friends, and then different friends, and or lovers, and then happening with a different lover. I've supported loads of people where you can just see the pattern in other people easily. You might not see it very easily in yourself until you're meant to, but then once you've noticed a few times, wait a minute, I keep ending up with the same type of people around me, and it's only going to stop when I make it stop. And that's literally what I just said to that person I was speaking to recently. And then I just got drawn to Mary Poppins on the New York thing over there, and it reminds me of that meme where it's like, I'm fucking out here. Do you know what I mean? Like, until you say I'm taking myself out of this situation. But yeah, my guides were sort of saying that to me. If you're somebody that's always trying to do, that's going to make everybody happy, well, not everything is going to make everybody happy. Clearly, with the cards, they're just getting me to display what I always channel, but beautifully with the cards. But it is heavy energy here. It's like, if you literally try to, in twin flame dynamics, if you try to do everything to stop upsetting people, whether it's ex-partners, family members, friends rocking the apple cart, friends, whatever, it's you're going to end up really unhappy. Like, you might keep those people happy because you're dimming your light and you're not going towards your wishes fulfilled. But you, as a twin flame, will not have your wishes fulfilled. And you'll probably just stay in a battleground anyway of deeper emotions because you didn't go after what you wanted. And this might be in divine masculine's position, but this is for divine feminines that needed to hear that too. Because again, I needed to hear that. I wish somebody came along and channeled that to me. But I'm channeling it right now. Maybe I'll get something out of that when I'm watching it back myself. But again, I feel like I'm at that point in my life now where I'm like, nah, this is time for my wishes to be fulfilled. And if that means it puts some people's noses out of joint, then so be it. I'm getting what I want. I've helped loads of people get what they want, and I'm happy about that, but I'm getting what I want now. Divine feminines, a lot of divine feminines are already there, or are there now, or have been there ages ago, and doing it again with another part of life. A lot of divine masculines are only getting there now. A lot of the women I work with are only there now. Some of them aren't even there. They're still in this bit and the deeper emotions, but they will get there. because I'll help them get there. They'll help. I will hold space for them to help themselves get there, rather. Because a healer doesn't heal you. The healer holds space for you to heal yourself. But I've got to acknowledge that with the people that work with me, I was a massive part of that. I'm acknowledging that about myself, and thank God people that work with me acknowledge it too. Just like there's many people that have got me to where I am. We've got to, but yeah, it all comes back to asking for help again, doesn't it? Right, divine masculine, wishes fulfilled, or divine feminine's divine masculine side as well. The scene is a bright and full storeroom of larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits and vegetables, breads, flowers, sugars and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realised. And remember that next full moon on the 9th, 10th of September, the 9th of the 9th. I think it's the 10th, I think it's the 10th of the 9th for UK, but that's the harvest full moon. So it's about bringing in your harvest if it hadn't already come in by then. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even on these, victory is assured. There's an abundance of a sweet nourishment acquired, lands coming, the keys to the castle are yours, celebrate. I sincerely hope that this is for some of my beautiful, beautiful women clients, because there's many of you that want to move house for several different reasons. I hope that that is saying the keys to the castle are yours. That is what I'm putting out there for you. And for divine masculine men out there that are wanting to move as well for whatever reason, or move jobs, or definitely it will be about twins living together as well. Some people that where that's meant to happen, it's the keys to the castle are yours, whatever that means to you. Close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open the door and see what lies ahead. And now walk in that door and close the door to the past behind you and throw away the keys because you don't need that. And open your eyes, boom, you're ready. See what I mean? This is why I could charge for these, because that is very similar to what I would do in a session anyway. So, but I'm happy to do that for people. But I'm just sort of giving the warning now. So open your eyes. Maybe, man, how long have I been sitting here for? I think I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half here. Anyway, that's fine. It's fine, because this is very cathartic for me too. And actually, I think I'm going to film the other moon signs as well. I might just see, because I might need a break, but I will just film the other ones, and then I'll probably just film the other ones up until I come back to my work, because it just gets out of the way, and I'm in a wee mood to do that. Right, so because I've done a lot of my tidying and decluttering, so what are we going to do now? So Ascension, what was I going to use for that? Let's use these ones. They're quite in depth. Right, for divine feminine, a message about ascension. Oh, power animal, the wolf might be your power animal too. Guardian, guard your energy. Yeah, this is this is basically like roundabout way what I was saying about, you know, that divine feminines are being guided to spend a lot of time hermiting, going within, being divine feminine, listening to your intuition, pulling back your energy where you're guided to. Even from people you love a lot, you know, just to spend a lot of time going within. Sacred divinity, there are two paths ahead. I'm sure that's about twin flames. Put that there as well. Yeah, and then look bit. So that was behind that, right, on the bottom of the deck. So this is stuff that you can't really see coming yet. 30th. Look, there's a lot about the 29th and the 30th of the August coming through. And then behind that is a card I would consider divine masculine. So it's almost like, look, Go within, because you can't see that the union's coming. Your divine masculine is coming. Well, obviously, because the union is the divine. You got to find union within for some people, and then it's the divine masculine. Because lead the way, light your own path. 23rd again too. So there's lots of shit happening around the 23rd of August, right? Because it's Virgo season. You know, it's like things in your everyday life changing is what I'm taking that to mean. 19th, and the 19th was yesterday as I'm filming this, so things may have already happened around the 19th. Guard your energy, visualize positive outcomes, which is what we've just been doing. You know, that wasn't a coincidence that these decks, particular decks, had things about meditations and visualization, because that suits what I do for people anyway. So, you know, you got to see it, but you got to see it to believe it, not believe it then see it. That's all fucked up. You got to actually keep visualizing your third eye, the things you want to happen happening, then they happen. Just a bit of delay before the actual manifestation. Guardians of the spiritual realm are perceived differently across all cultures, religions. Totems, spirits, angels, and other shamanic spirit helpers are assigned to everyone at birth and can be discovered through vision quests, meditations, deep forms of prayer. In ancient times, the medicinal assistance of hallucinogenic plants was used. Every individual has a guardian and guiding spirit that watches over them during their lifetime. Different stages of life can help change those helpers depending on what lessons and guidance are needed to complete levels of soul growth and soul ascension. I really do feel, you know, although the spirit animal, the wolf, is one of my main power animals, I really do feel it is one of yours, somebody watching this as well. Because again, that, you know, the email's Soul Fam Wolf Pack for a reason. I do attract of other wolf energies. You're all part of my wolf pack. Do you know what I mean? We're a wolf pack together. Guardian spirits are often perceived in animal forms due to this recognition of their personal characteristics and mannerisms. The wolf depicts the challenges and your personal boundaries, being able to trust others with your emotional vulnerability. This is totally where this is hitting in my chart. This is, you know, what I'm meant to be doing. Believe it or not, other people might judge it and think it's crazy. Literally was in my destiny to be vulnerably sharing in public to help other people, like in a therapeutic way. You know, by me sharing being raw and personal with my stuff and what I've helped other people with, and honestly, it actually helps other people. I know it does, and that's what I've been told as well. Right now, you must guard your energy fiercely. Be mindful of how you feel energetically around others. Exhaustion, fatigue, confusion, clouded judgment is possible now if you allow yourself to be influenced by these energy vampires. Holy fucking shit, guys. Do you see how this ties in with what Divine Feminine got about where you should be? And Pisces energy and very down Divine Feminine hermiting, because if you're not, you're around all of this. And this is even goes for like pulling yourself back from people that you know are good to be around. It's like good vibes only if you do have to be around people, but it's like I'm being guided that I just need to be really alone right now because it's healing. So that's telling me I'm doing the right thing, but this is for those of you that really need to take heed of that. Only you decide on a conscious or subconscious level if you wish to interact with these toxic energies. But this is about wherever there's toxic energies in your life, you need to not be doing that. It's a very, like you say, wherever I have identified that there's toxic energy around me, I just don't spend any time or much time. But I would really go as far as say any time, wherever I've noticed this kind of energy around me. It's possible now to have interactions with police and emergency service personnel as a guardian, as a protector, the teacher of spirits, highlighting personal safety and safety of others. Currently, lunar cycles are influential. Be cautious of the full moon's influence over people and places. Always put your personal safety first. I think this was talking about the last full moon in Aquarius we just came out of. This was kind of last week, a week ago now. Avoid taking unnecessary risks. Use careful practice in your holistic counselling, intuitive and healing practices as you're absorbing unwanted energies from others and need to clear and ground yourself after each session or experience to minimize mental and physical fatigue. Yeah, again, where's the sage? That's a good reminder. Wait a minute, I'm actually going to get, this is how seriously I take this stuff, right? This stuff doesn't come out for no reason. Where's the fucking heaviness? Where's the light? Where's the ladder? Fucking the light. It's really dark in here. Is it better? Put the light. I'm just going to get the one in my room. Yes, so remember, whatever your, what's this? Pattern, structure. See, boundaries. I don't know how that ended up there. Like, seriously, what in the fuck have I been sitting on that the whole time? Yeah, you need boundaries. This is what I'm here to teach people. Badass boundaries. Again, I'm going to call one of my courses that. I don't care if somebody copies me. My course will be better because that's what I'm good at. See how my attitude's just totally changed with that. I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same because you're not me. Cleanse and clear this area. Send love and protection to whoever needs out there. And the soul family. Where the fuck did I? Oh, there it is. Right. The shadow aspect, abuse of power, codependency, irresponsible, carelessness. Ritualated quartz, angelic assistance, archangel Sealtiel, manifestation, humility, and concentration. The affirmation is, I'm clearly guided by my divine guardian. I'm protected always. Yeah. So you see how that, like, there's a shadow side to everything, and you see how I'm able to help people with this. Because that's the real power, you know what I mean? It's like I can spot how people can use that. That's what I mean. I can just see everybody's light and dark because I honor that within me. I honor the light and dark within me. I honor the dark within light and dark within everyone. Doesn't mean you need to put up with it though. Whenever someone oh my god, it was right here all along. That's like a song, isn't it? The fucking lighter was right there all along, right in front of my face. But now we've got two flames together. Right. Look, I've got my niece this beautiful little crystal bracelet. She's going to love it. I didn't get the 2-year-old one because I thought she's likely to break that shit, so I'll get her something different. The fairies are going to give her that if she's behaving, you know what I mean? Right, so 30. I think this is about twin flames if I remember it. What's on the bottom of the deck? Oh yeah, the divine masculine one, lead the way. Right. Embracing your sacred divinities, honouring the divine feminine and masculine that resides within you. See what I mean? I knew it was that. Every person should. So this divine masculine energies, this is for you as well. But this is divine feminine's cards. Every person shares both aspects of divinity. These are not stereotypical versions of what it means to be female or male. The divine feminine incorporates aspects of unconditional love, compassion, gentleness, but these are also qualities of divine masculine. That's what I keep saying. So this is brilliant. This is why I keep saying this throughout every video. It's just my go-to is unconditional love, compassion, gentleness, even when people are pure C words to me. I actually embody it like I'm meant to, and I do it easier than most people. Doesn't mean I don't experience the same pain. I just don't, my mind doesn't work in the same way as somebody that's predominantly divine masculine. So I'm able to help people that are, you know what I mean? And then they're able to help me with things where I'm probably overly emotional. Having expanded our intelligence and consciousness, human beings are no longer critical survivalists. We have evolved and adapted as a collective group. With growing intelligence, awareness, human beings, regardless of gender, can achieve these divine qualities. Men are able to embrace these inner gentler qualities, and women outward qualities of strength. Connecting to your divine self is to align with the divinity of source. Divine balance occurs when these dual aspects are in harmony with the body, resulting in feeling of wholeness. Currently, distortion of the divine feminine masculine has occurred within you. This is why I talk about distorted feminine, distorted masculine energy, because many of you may still be embodying a lot of distorted feminine masculine energies. You know, it's so there's a difference. Like a distorted feminine is someone that is, you know, kind of very competitive, maybe even yeah, I'd say competitive, bitchy, kind of a bit of a bully. Maybe not all of these, but these traits would be there. Just gossipy, nasty. We've all been around people like this, do you know what I mean? And then masculines again, like competitive, backstabbing. I can be much worse than what I'm saying, actually. This is just what's coming to mind. But then, it's good to acknowledge as well that at some point you will portray some of what I've said. Because it's been embodied to you. You will have had women around you like that. You'll have men around you've got pulled into being like that. It's kind of like, when you give examples of like guys that just fall into being players or cheaters or that, because they're just around a whole of the other guys that are like making it cool. And then I feel, a lot of guys can even get bullied if you kind of being not like that, which is fucking nuts, isn't it? But at certain ages, that'll definitely be a thing. Even with some women, like some women are like that, like rolling like that. And again, it's like each to their own, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think most people, certainly when you get to a certain age, but even some people are just born like that. You just kind of want to know that you've got someone's back and they've got yours, and you're not treating each other like shit. I think even, and that's what I mean about even some people that have had a past like that, everybody does grow up at some point. And that's why I go on about the North Node so much. Like, for many people, it is like destined that you were going to grow up and want to be with the one that you love, that loves you back, that's got your back around now. Right. Currently, distortion, divine feminine masculine has occurred within you. You may be feeling highly analytical or overly emotional. Now's the time to address this issue. As you're weighed down with imbalanced energies, you may feel emotionally disconnected from either the masculine or the feminine side. Right now, you're being asked to honor the sacred divinity that exists within you. So even, right, I can say that right now, for me, because this is the divine feminine's card, for me, this one I'm doing, because this is about protecting your energy. And like you say, I'm not seeing people in the physical right now. Yeah, I haven't seen people in person for a few days now. And I spoke to my best pal, and I spoke to a couple of my best pals, because I'm catching up with people as well. We've been off like on the phone. But apart from that, I haven't actually seen any. I haven't even seen my mum. So, and I usually would. And then this is about, like, I'm balancing my feminine, because I'm always busy doing stuff. I'm balancing more of my feminine by just chilling and just receiving more. You know what I mean? So it'll be different for different people. Take this where it resonates. So I'm just giving that as an example. For some men, it would be your feminine side would be going within, away from the toxic karmic energies that are around you, friends, family, lovers for some, whatever. I don't know if lover's even the right word for some karmic partners, karmic partners. If it's romantic, if it's been romantic, kind of, no, you know what I'm saying. And honouring your feelings. You know what I mean? We're especially for men, where some people they've got people that just don't even act like they've got feelings. You know what I mean? And of course they have. Right now, you're being asked to honour the sacred divinity that exists within you. Expressing your divine traits of creativity, expression, gentleness, confidence, and strength is what's required now. Feel the beauty and love that is uniquely you and honour it. Give yourself a special gift to remind you of this inner journey and how much you care about your divine self and well-being. Connecting and creating a strong sisterhood or brotherhood is fantastic, but you must remember, you radiate with energetic duality. If you find yourself ignoring or judging this side of yourself, ask yourself what you're hiding. Identify these qualities without judgment and work on healing and balancing these aspects. Illogical exploitation and oppression is a shadow aspect. Sacred crystal is crocoite. Angelic assistance, Archangel Chamuel. Love, tolerance, and personal boundaries. So there we go. Divine feminine, that is really tying up with that card about really honouring and protecting your boundaries right now. Because some people just think you've got to have personal boundaries with people that you don't like, but you need to have them with everyone at some point, and especially those of you that are approaching twin flame union, even if that's still a year away, you need to be working on it now. If you're feeling you're going to come into union with your twin, but you're not paying attention to these things, you're slowing down the process more than it needs to be. Yes, it's divine timing, but if you're sitting twiddling your thumbs and you aren't paying attention to pulling back your energy when you're guided to, you know what I mean? I honour and respect the sacred divinity that pulses through me, because it isn't, like, I'm just being real, it isn't easy to pull away from people that you've been close with at one point, but you have to do it. If you're being guided to, you have to. Part of the journey, right? So that's divine feminines, but that's also divine masculines, ascension process. So that's very significant. You know, that is part of the ascension process, is to let go. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it, because it leads to your twin flame. Not everybody's at that bit, because that's more towards the end of it, but some people must be, if I'm saying it. It might even be people that find this much later. But how do I know who's watching? A lot of the quiet people I feel are nearing the end of the journey. It can happen to anyone at any time, as long as you're doing the work. As long as you can say tick, 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 and you're ticking the boxes of things that are being suggested, then you know. But only you know if you're like, I've done a lot of work there, but there's still more work to be done. Because in truth, it never stops. I've done a lot of work, but I've still got work to do as well. It never stops. Like divine masculine's ascension process. Wow. 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 What's on the bottom of the deck? Cosmic ancestors, voice concerns, and light codes. Travel awaits you. Fucking hell. And see, that's about, like, when I said about travel, can literally be holidays or people moving. Oh, that's crazy. So that card was on the bottom for divine feminine, and again, that can be like what you don't know, what you don't see coming. And look, that's because here he is, or here she is, or whatever. Here you are. Wow, right. And that's why I didn't need to read it there, because we're reading it now. And that's Virgo. Virgo season ushers in a lot of unions, because Virgo's reality. In your reality, you're going to see a lot of these unions manifest. Those of you that are at that bit. 23rd. The faithful door of deer is a creature of deep sensitivity. Yeah, it is. The deer is about unconditional love. With heightened senses and a strong fight or flight response, the deer is always alert to the environment and around them. Their swiftness in response to potential threats allows them to escape any danger by running away at the slightest indication. That can also be like how divine masculines run from the connection. Just sort of thought about that. This sensitivity, but not forever, and readiness of the deer requires a symbiotic relationship of trust and physical senses. We are conditioned through various stages of life to behave and act a certain way to please family, teachers, work colleagues, friends. This is like everything I spoke about. Allowing others to dictate terms of our emotional well-being. Now is the time to ask yourself, what is it that you truly want or need in your life right now? This is very tied into someone I was helping recently. Previously, you may have been, several people actually, but someone just sprang to mind. Previously, you may have been or appeared naive and innocent. This has created vulnerable situations where you've not been able to fully comprehend your environment or the true intentions of others. In life, facing potential threats and confrontations is necessary and something we can't always avoid. Like the deer, you may instinctively react, choosing to run away from problems. However, this will not help the situation improve. This is echoing other cards. Right now, you're being encouraged to connect strongly to your base instincts. What does your gut tell you about the situation? Be alert. Currently, personality conflicts are strong and have the potential to cause emotional distress. You must decide how you choose your approach. Do you need to face this person, or can you remove yourself from the situation peacefully? Like the deer totem, you may need to hold a torch for others to be guided down positive paths in a direction that was previously hidden. It is important to assist others when they do not have a light to guide them. Instinctively, you must learn to accept the changes in life and run peacefully with the flow of the universe. I feel the glass from the pub being emptied is quite significant there too. It's like broken glass, you know what I mean? I always feel that sharp feelings. Authoritarian approaches unable to share knowledge, avoiding conflict as a shadow aspect. Sacred crystal is a super 7. Angelic assistance, Archangel Nathaniel, determination, willpower, and perseverance. Affirmation, I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light. And oh my God, it's on page 55. And I mentioned that that box over there has got 55 on it. So maybe one of you out there is 55, your twins at 55, born in 1955. 10, cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. Or it's just big changes. But that will be someone, I bet. Yeah, because it's on, page 54 and 55. So, What was that again? 10. 10 is the end, not quite the beginning, the in between. Learn from those who have walked before you, voice your concerns. So again, something about the throat chakra. Universal consciousness, coexistence extends beyond millions of years. Our very DNA has evolved over thousands of years and continues to do so. So this is talking about DNA, and this is light codes, and this is everything I do. I activate the light codes and activate the dormant DNA. So interesting. Our genetic lineage and origins are often brought into question. It is hard to refute the possibility of life on other planets far beyond our own star system and galaxy. And I was talking about the galactic energy for divine masculines. This is talking about again the science and astrological evidence we already understand historically about universal astronauts. You may feel like you are a starseed. I would say if you're being drawn to me, you are a starseed because this is who I help. Disassociated from others as they cannot comprehend how precious life is, planetary evolution or conscious connection as we're all living creatures. You may have fell into silent pain or passionate activists, your heart breaking over the material corruption of humanity and that no one is listening to the collective cry of the planet, the life of all inhabitants or the global impact of ego-based leadership. In absolute truth, we are all starseeds and our personal cosmic origins are mixed with the DNA and consciousness. The very existence of life on planets beyond our current understanding, awareness of evidentiary, I can't say that. After all, you're currently existing within the universe as we know it is a beautiful planet called Earth. Right now, you must learn from those who have walked before you. Those who have already shone a light on injustices require you to evolve and awaken into a passionate contributor. And this can be as simple as me helping the divine masculine energies that are drawn to me for help, because I've walked the bits of the path that they haven't, you know what I mean? And that's what a coach is. Now the time is to stand and be counted. Life beyond our beautiful planet, beyond our earthly incarnations, is forever written among time space, available to us through the records of the Akashic Temple. You may feel connected to star energy or be aligned with a more cosmic understanding of the universe than with others. Call upon the energy of 100% pure light galactic guides, masters, and teachers to assist you with understanding your personal connection. The shadow aspects, materialistic, ego-driven, narcissism, dishonesty. See, both these cards are about the shadow masculine. Well, it's all got a shadow aspect, but you know what I mean? It's like you can either fall in the shadow aspect, and you may have at certain points in your life, and if everyone's being honest, you will have, but you're choosing to be in the divine aspect now. Larimar, and that is a throat chakra crystal. Guardian angel, Kaliel, integrity, passion, and purpose. That's what you're choosing to be in now. Continually evolve with conscious action. And it's got page 29, something again about the 29th, that new moon in Virgo being important. Let me just briefly read. Travel awaits you, share your mission, ideas with passion. Light codes are language written in creation, energy patterns, colours, sacred geometry, sound waves, light patterns, universal frequencies are all forms of light codes, because again, it's what I'm emitting through my voice and energy and stuff as well, and we get from the sun. Working with light codes initiates deep transformation, transmutation, breaking of old pattern beliefs, paradigms, and autocratic systems. Light language is a universal form of communication. While human beings use speech, sign language, and body language, other forms of communication are visible across different species. Animals, plants use their own language, sound, and sense. Light codes are a human being's cosmic fingerprints. Light coding helps to bring change into the world. When individuals are aligned with their personal light codes, they can connect to higher realms and galactic origins. See what I mean? I said this about the galactic stuff. And awaken others, lighten up others, enables them to fulfill their life mission and personal path. Connecting to higher states of consciousness can access the realm of light languages, discovering new symbols. And that's what I said. I felt when I read that rose card, I felt it was somebody being past something. Right now, you're on a mission. Humanitarian efforts becoming earth conscious and choosing how you contribute to humanity and the planet is a focus now. A change of dietary habits, incorporating a more meat-free approach to your body, will leave you feeling lighter and proactive about your physical contribution. Yeah, talking about Lemurians. The affirmation, I awaken the dormant light within me, I'm radiant. And see, did you know it's on page 57 again? So there are people tuning into this that are around these ages or born these years. This is like when I said about that, awaken the dormant DNA in people, and then that's talking about the same. So it's just, they're just wanting to back up that I don't just sort of pluck this stuff out of thin air, you know, but I kind of do, I'm channeling it, but do you know what I mean? It's true. Because a lot of people don't understand these words, and I do get that. So these messages come through. Right. So let's give a wee, for those of you near in union, or just even if you're not so near and you want a message from your twin. Not everyone's, but here's a message from someone's twin. Because this is the heart message. I love you unconditionally. See, it fits for anyone at any part of the journey. They do. Your twin does love you unconditionally. Despite how it may look in the 3D, they love you unconditionally and you love them. I wonder if you're happy without me. That's about the self-worth issues that I've spoke about loads. A lot of them, a lot of you or a lot of your twins, self-worth will have been low. And if it's not you now, it will have been you at some point, that you just didn't even consider that person would have wanted that with you or thought about you in the same way. Finding out the truth crushed me. And then when they find out that that is the case, it can be very frustrating to be like, are you telling me that we've both felt the same about each other at certain points? I wonder if you're happy without me. I just shuffled, it came out again. So that's the theme today. The truth is, I remember every detail of that day. Your twin remembers all the little conversations that you had, all the little moments that you had. And they don't want to be your friend. I want to be more than friends, because it's a romantic connection, no matter what people say out there. You speak to me through music, you send them, your higher self sends them music, their higher self sends you music. The words, the lyrics in certain songs, even if you don't know the song very well, you know, they'll be sent things by their higher self. I'm so attracted to you. And the attraction between twins is off the charts. It's time for me to heal now, but a lot of divine masculines are still in hermit mode, healing themselves. And that's why they couldn't let you get close to them, or they still can't. And, you know, because they're healing that. I know that across the line with you, because they're going over past actions and try to forgive themselves. I left you before you could leave me. If that happened in the past, that's the truth. Part of them knew that they weren't the person they needed to be. I bury myself in work to forgive you. A lot of divine masculines do that. A lot of the women that I work with, and a lot of friends of mine that are twin flames, you know, like friends that aren't my clients do this too. Just like what I was talking about, being near is intoxicating. We'll be together again. Yeah, I feel that's kind of for people at any stage. Actually, it's probably why they may do that. Right, they're telling me to use these cards at the heart. These are quite blunt, so find feminine at the heart space. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. 33, divine masculine, Jesus number to me. Yeah, this is about, you know, focus on the here and now. You know, that's spending time with friends, as long as you trust them and they, you know, lift your energy. Or if you're not in a place of, you know, if you're feeling a bit shit, like share it with someone that doesn't feel like, you know, like I was talking to one of my best pals that wasn't feeling so good. You know, share with somebody that gets you. Or be alone, you know, if you're being guided to do that. Like, I just want to spend a lot of time alone. But then actually, you know, I was talking to that friend about doing something fun. Like what I was talking about, I do want to go and experience some of the festivals. But masculine at the heart space. Library, take control of your own narrative. Yet don't look at that. Don't be a puppet on a string for other people. Karmic partners, family, friends, whether you're a man or a woman, take control of your own narrative. God, now I know why I was being led to those cards. And also the 22nd is that Monday? Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. So it might be something significant about Monday. You might actually be telling someone where to go. They try to tell you how to live your life. And yeah, and then something lovely will grow from this, from you taking control of that. Love it. Right. And a message from your twin, divine feminine, is it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Well, that's a recurring message. Instead of placing your focus on another, now it's time to give to yourself. So divine feminine, you're meant to be doing that. So that's what I'm away to do. Curl up naked and evolve. That is what I often do after a shower. Maybe that's TMI, but I'm joking. Maybe not naked, but you know what I'm saying. You get out in the towel and you're like, I can't fucking be arsed putting my jammies on. I'm just fucking just sit here. Right, a message from your divine masculine. Fucking spying on me, that was me yesterday. Power, you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Holy fucking shit, guys. I mean, your message here, look, yeah. And then be held by your divine feminine, with the snake around as like the transformation and the rebirth. So you could be two men, two women, but that is a woman holding a man, a feminine holding a masculine. Beautiful. Kundalini energy as well, the sexual energy. See, that could even be happening energetically, like the healing energetically. Right. This has been going on for ages, so I'm going to bring this to a close. But so let's get some of the what's under here again. God, it's like I tidy up these cards and it just fucking becomes a mess again. It's fine. I've got loads of time to tidy up, so it's all good. I'll not stress. I've got a better system now. A beautiful soul family friend of mine actually sent me boxes. She had a brilliant idea to just put my cards in, but because I can make such a mess of all the cards over the couch, she was like, why don't you just keep them all in a box? And I didn't, she said that before and I didn't actually get it. I was like, yeah, but I've got the wee boxes to tidy them away neatly. But she's like, no, and I went, oh, you mean like in a box, all messy, mixed up? So yeah, because that's what you do anyway. That's fucking genius. See what I mean? And that's one of, so you can make yourself known in the comments if that's you. But that's a great example of how divine masculine helps divine feminine. You never know, maybe my actual divine masculine twin flame will come up with some really creative ideas for stuff that drives me nuts. Because that was a really simple idea, but it was a fucking brilliant one that I wasn't having for myself, you know what I mean? Because it's like I was trying to change myself. And clearly, if I keep still making a mess on the couch, at least if I kept them in the box and put the lid on and chuck them under the couch, they wouldn't fit under my couch, but you know what I mean? Like, tidier than all over the couch kind of thing. So, thank you very much. You know who you are. Right. That's a beautiful acknowledgement of divine masculine and divine feminine working together. It doesn't need to be your divine masculine, it's, you know, it's noticing the dynamic where it is all around. Right. I feel the zebra print PJ bottoms are quite significant because I can remember that as significant to someone that will watch these. So just realised that. Right, in the physical, divine feminine. Wait a minute, actually. I'm going to do a healing and a self-care card and then I'm going to end it. I'll so end it with these cards. This is just something that divine feminine needs to know, or masculine's divine feminine side. For that now. That was shit, that was literally just there. Where is it? I'm like too chilled. I'm like putting things in. That's annoying. Right, if I need the book, I did want to read the book. I'm feminine. Pulling back your power. That makes sense of what I've been channeling about hermit and pull back your energy. You know, if you've been doing a lot of stuff for other people, it is imperative that you pull back your own energy. Because I've totally felt the difference since I've finished that course and there it is. And closed my membership down. You know what I mean? I'll still obviously be in contact with my beautiful soul fan members, most of which will be watching these, but it's just pull back your energy, you know what I mean? Like have a break. And because my membership been ongoing for 6 years, I hadn't actually done that, you know what I mean? So it feels amazing. Right. Oh, 37. I can't even deal. I mean, oh God. Emotions of desire, life force, energy. The powerful Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra, the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions, desire, and your personal energy. When this card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. Again, excitement, fun coming your way. This is a great time to move towards the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling for you to direct your energy in a more focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. My third chakra is open in its perfect, healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. And it's kind of like when I was saying that I woke up this morning and I just felt really happy. There wasn't any massive reason for it. I just felt really peaceful and happy. It's probably because I've pulled back a lot of my soul fragments that I needed to, I'm just got just all in my own energy. It's the only way I can describe it. Right. If you're doing a lot for other people, your energy does get expelled in a lot of different places. It is important that you have that time to yourself. And bear in mind, guys, that's saying a lot because I do have a lot of time to myself. Like I have my whole weekend. I have like on a general working week, I have my whole weekend and the Monday. So I have a long weekend every week. And I have a Wednesday off. Used to be a Thursday, but now it's a Wednesday. So I already have like 2 extra days on top of a weekend. So if I was needing to pull my energy back and I have that, think about those of you that don't have that. Divine Masculine's got the door to romance. 33. See that's interesting. That was the 33 to me is Jesus, divine masculine energy, and it's 33 in this deck. But it's like divine, and then that makes sense with divine feminine feeling happy and excited because the door to romance is on the way for some divine feminines. And again, these aren't in real time for everyone, so this can just be predicting whenever it happens. Yeah, look, whenever it happens, cornucopia, money coming in, happiness, happy times. Very free. I mean, it can be in real time for some people, but another time it isn't because someone's all tied up, because that was the last video I done. And also it's 23rd again, but maybe they're about to not be all tied up. Maybe some people that watched that video, the last one, it'll help some people free themselves, because it is always energy healing when I'm doing this. Sometimes it's the words that people need to hear to make them free. Divine masculine, new beginnings in love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with a heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving and you're arriving at someone, and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection, twin flames. This may be a call from a past life, or maybe new tenderness about to bloom in a heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential, and that's why I was going about nurturing the energetic connection. So when the card appears in your spread, make sure you're projecting the kind of self-loving energy you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-care and treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? Wow. So that is definitely about unions coming together, as all my readings usually are of late. But if it's not about the physical imminent union of you and your twin flame, it's about in your divine feminine energy, chill out, do what makes you happy, be as content as you can be, or spend time with people that help you have good vibes only. This could be a bit toxic positivity. I don't want to go too deep into it though, but you know what I mean? It's not, you've got to allow for other kind of vibes too. Do you know what I mean? But it's just about have your boundaries up. I mean, anyway, it's being too literal. If you are around people, make sure it's the kind of people you want to be around, basically. Like, don't be too loose and footloose and fancy free with just having anyone around you, basically. Because you'll have went through that stage, or if you're still there, do something about it. Divine feminine and divine masculine. But yeah, that's the solar plexus, divine feminine. Be kind and compassionate to what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Be with those who make you smile. That's not selfish, it's self-love. And then your divine masculine energy, be loving towards yourself. Do loving things for yourself. See how it can be purple? Anyway. It's a little bit of that. Teens walking past. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. Yeah, that's affirmation. So see how that even is written as if it's just you. When you find it for yourself, you do attract it in the physical eventually. but you got to keep at it for a while. Some of us many years, apparently. So it isn't just like, oh, I've just gotten really good at my self-love the last couple of years. My twin flame's going to appear. Maybe if that was in your soul contract, but you know, whatever. It's a little bit naive, I think. But right. That's for the people that think they don't need to do very much and everything's just going to fall in your lap. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when I say, you know what I mean? People might be like, oh, how, you know, if you look at other people, it's like, how is all that happening for them? Well, it's probably because they've been at it a very long fucking time. Oh, look, they want me to use these. Another message from your twin. I'm totally obsessed with you. Please be mine. Well, that ain't a lukewarm message. It's definitely a twin. I don't know why, but I feel so self-conscious around you because it's your mirror. This time around, I'll do things right. Please trust me again. See, that's what divine masculines go inwards to heal. Centered my world around you so much that I get totally freaked out because those are the that did go near to maybe some that were in a relationship. It's like that happened and then they run away because they can't handle it. So that's why in some ways I think it's probably best you don't get in a relationship before someone's ready. I can't live up to your fantasies. That card always makes me laugh. I'm sorry, so sorry I took you for granted. I didn't understand my feelings in the past. You know what I mean? And that's why some will have been pretty blasé, or you've had a connection, but they might not have acknowledged how deep it was. Like, they might not have said anything about it. But your the energy will have always spoken at. Maybe not. It might be different for different people. Where the fucking hell have I just put that? Oh, there it is. Right. Anyway, let's bring this to a close because I'm pretty sure this has been like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Right, this is, they want me to use this deck too. So in the physical, what do I need to know for divine feminine? Trust the seasons, yeah. Embrace and change, seasons, cycles of life, transition, growth. Trust the season you're in, whatever season that is. Divine masculine. Temple of the Rose. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. Again, scarlet codes kind of makes me feel like a lot of masculines are going within to heal the times in their life when they were a player, or for women when you were a playerette or whatever, or if you were, you know what I mean? But it's, or just wherever you've, it might even be like a player, right? It's just wherever you've had kind of promiscuous or sexual encounters with people and you're kind of like, maybe now you're just kind of like, I wish I hadn't done that. But it makes you who you are, you know what I mean? And I just, that's what I feel people are reflecting on. And they're awakening all this ancient power, remembering the past life of the twin flame. It's heavy shit, guys. You're healing your inner child. Both are healing the child within. Inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. So this is why that, well, wow, that's why the message, the last video I put out was be gentle with yourself. You know what I mean? Beautiful. Right, now we'll do these and then I'm going to end it. So I sincerely hope that this has helped you. If I film another one tonight, I'm going to have a fucking break. I'm going to wait to eat. I've spoke that long. What do I need to know in the physical? So this bit won't be for everyone, but it'll be for someone. Oh my God, where's the bit? Oh, there it is. Divine feminine and whatever wave this is resonating for. Align, activating the higher chakras, clear energy blocks. This is why a lot of feminines are having to go within. Let's read that. What's in the bottom? Ah, welcome home. Wow, it's the one in the front again. That's two, and two in this channeling that we've had on the front, and I always feel it's important. The swans are about true love. So you see, there's one swan. It always interests me about this card. You might be seeing 1111, or your twins seeing 1111 a lot. It's that fucking happens to me every day. I'm normally, how true is that? Like, put in the comments if that has ever happened to you, fucking several fucking times, that I'm talking either my groups or like in the messenger or my courses or someone in the messenger, and it's like I'll notice or they'll notice it's 1111 or 1144 or 144, and it fucking happens several times. Like 444, it happens every day, these specific numbers. So it happened today already. Like I was literally talking to someone at 11, wait a minute, would it have been 11:40? No, it was 1:44 my time, yeah. But look, there's one swan. So it interests me, it says welcome home, but there's not two. It's like once you find that sovereignty within yourself, your twin does, and then you can be together. Then you can welcome home that part of you within, and then it physically manifests when it's meant to. Beautiful. Right. Your energy box. I don't find these cards very easy to find in the book. A bit frustrating, but we'll just persevere. Right. What the fuck? I've just went through the whole thing and I can't find it. Oh fuck. Right. 1-1. Activating the higher chakras. Do you have to look for the word then? Oh my god. Right. I found it now, but this is totally not laid out very well, in my opinion. Because like where even is sorry, I'm just having a wee moan. Right, I definitely need to go. I thought I'd got crisps right and I didn't. Fucking gutted. I got cracker crisps. They're all right, but they're not quite the same. Do you know what I watched last night too? And I've not got anything deeply profound. Well, I suppose I have. I watched, but you know, Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz. It's so funny. I'd watched it for a few years. Oh god, cold coffee. But it's not deeply profound, but I think it's just quite funny how like she ends up hooking up with the other teacher. They're both a bit of a rebel. And it's just about how, you know, she's in major distorted toxic energies. But wanting to get with the guy that's got the money because she thinks that's what's going to make her happy. But then actually it's like she keeps ignoring the guy that's really like her, that's fun, and they're just get each other. And then at the end of the film she hooks up with him. So that's about as profound I can go because that's more of a funny comedy one. It's just kind of like a chill out film. Right. So your soul body consists of 7 energy centers that parallel your foot. So divine masculines, this is your feminine energy as well. Regardless of gender, parallel your physical body and are the bridge between your spirit and material world. These life force portals run vertically from your base of your spine to the top of your head. Dense energy can cause interference that blocks this energy system, prevent it to function properly. It's important to keep your lower 7 chakras balanced in order to raise your energetic frequency, which will open your soul star chakra, the gateway to your higher soul. Opening this, and again, everything that I do is clearing your chakras and opening up the soul star chakra because I'm here to help people follow their purpose. It's why sometimes people just have one session with me or watch one of these videos and they're following their spiritual journey. Like people say it all the time over the whole 8 years that I've been doing stuff online. And obviously I was doing stuff before online, but you know what I mean? It's like it's because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to come in and clear the distortion around your higher calling. Opening this energetic doorway unlocks your hidden truth, helping you align your spiritual gifts. Like again, a lot of stuff that opens up the energies with the soul star chakra is my bigger sessions, like the chakra soul empowerment. I should probably call it the chakra soul star empowerment. And that's why it's pivoted people from doing jobs that they love or maybe liked a bit, but then I've saw stuff and like loads of people that have had that session, I've saw things in that session, energetic blocks when I've doing, because it's a chakra reading, chakra soul empowerment being the clue. And then it's pivoted and it's brought people thousands of pounds or cleared thousands of debt, or just, you know, they just love their life more because they're doing what they're meant to do. So that's a session to boot. Again, it is more money, but it's an investment that will change your life, as the chakra soul empowerment. And some people actually choose to have that, like one person was actually like, God, I could do that once every 3 months. I wouldn't actually do it with somebody, probably, you know, say someone had it and then wanted it again a month later. I don't think I would. It would depend on why you felt you needed it again. But it's, some people have it once and they don't feel they need it again. But you know what I mean? Some people have been like, I could do that once every 6 months or once a year. It's a bit like someone said recently, I think I just want a session with you once a month. Like when I said I want to book a standing order, my friend that does the massage. But like, I might not book a standing order, but it's more just that what I mean is I want to make sure I get it once a month. So, but I may as well. But I might not, because I might want more, you know, I might want a massage and other sort of beauty things done. But yeah, I mean, I think I might book that, you know, so that that's just a constant. But it's because I've realised that's what really is the uppermost for me, is that the massage. Because again, when I get my massage, it's energy clearing too, because my friend does that work at the same time, which is why I was telling her to put her prices up. This is what I mean. If I'm getting somebody's session, I always end up coaching them back too, because it's like, that's why my friend was like, just switch off. And then I did, so it's funny. So like I say, if anyone's watching this and they're local, then hit me up and I'll share my friend deets. It also enhances your ability to communicate with your spirit guides. This card recommends, so Divine Masculines, that's imperative for you as well. This card recommends that you tune up your chakras on a regular basis. It will heighten your ability to keep your energy channels open, free and clear, which keep you connected to source energy. This will increase your energetic vibrations so that your actions arise from emotional frequency of love or above. I'm just laughing. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, whenever my Divine Masculine comes towards me, I'm going to be obviously very happy to see him, say the least, but I'll also be like, right, I can hop on the bed. And I'm not talking about my actual bed. That comes later. I'm talking about the healing bed. And that isn't my bed, by the way. My bed is a healing bed for whoever gets to sleep in that. But yeah, I'm not going to force them, but do you know what I mean? It's like, I just feel that'll be needed. Funny but true. Funny but true for those divine feminines that are healers. It's like, you know, why not, when you can heal someone? And it's like, you know, but again, I'm like being serious. Like, again, it's like, I'm not going to actually tell you in real time whenever that happens. I might not even tell you at all, but I'm just saying it now before it's happened. Is many divine masculines, well, I know they have, because a lot of them are women and they're my clients, but, and I would say men if I had men clients at this time, but I don't have it at this particular time. I have had in the past, though. I do feel I'm going forward, but it's like a lot of divine masculines, men and women, will have actually been doing healing themselves, and they may not need you as a twin to help them. But I think it's probably wise if divine feminines out there are like healers and that, you know what I mean? Because it's, I don't think anyone's going to heal you as good as you heal yourself, and the next best thing to healing yourself is your twin flame. So, right. We always ask permission. Right. More like I'll be like, I'm hopping on the massage table. You can heal me. Like, I'll tell you what to do. Here's the fucking, here's the shit, here's the feather, here's the crystals. Just lay them on my chakras. Thanks. Oh, I'm half joking, half being serious. Right. So, divine masculine. Oh, what's this? Battle of the Head vs the Heart. Well, that's a fucking divine masculine card if ever I saw it. Something about the 4th of April being significant there. I know that's fucking ages away as I'm recording this, but it did just come to me. So it could just be a real significant shift in the union, or it might be some people's unions, you know, it depends on where you are at on your journey. But yeah, transformation, it's more the Scorpio energy that I pulled at the start is transformation. So let's see what this says and what's on the bottom. The generator, staying grounded. I feel that's about divine masculines are being guided to ground this into the physical now, like get out their head and get into their heart and make this happen. And that's why divine feminines going within and pulling back their energy from all the places where it's dotted about helps the divine masculine. Or do that within yourself, whatever resonates. Do both. And what's that called? Transformation. Someone may be 45, it's on page 45. 4 and 5 is 9, 9 is endings. Pay attention because miracles are unfolding and transformation is occurring even if you don't see it yet. Soon your reality will match your internal desires, divine masculines. Rid yourself of doubts and avoid logical reasoning. Wow, see what I mean? That is divine masculine energy, which can create an inner battle between your head and your heart. If you allow your heart to lead, it will always direct you towards your highest good. This card indicates that you are at a make-it, and that's why, I know I say it all the time, but it's true. If you're new around here, it's why you'll see it constantly especially when I'm doing a live stream, or occasionally there will be comments, or like there might be in this after, where people will be like, in fact, it would be helpful if people do that. You don't need to, but if you feel drawn to, for the people that are new, if at any point I have ever got you out of your head and into your heart, either on a live stream, on one of these pre-recorded videos, or in a session, please put something below. Just a simple sentence of, yeah, Claire's definitely got me out my head and into my heart, because that helps people know what it is I do without actually going into your personal shit, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. I might not be your divine, well, like say, unless my divine masculine is watching this, it's like I may not be your actual divine feminine, but I am a divine feminine leading you where you're stuck in your head into your heart. That's how it goes. So it says it will always direct you your highest good. I will always direct you your highest good. You might not like some of the shit that comes out of my mouth, but I'm always directing your highest good, because sometimes it's like you got to get away from the people that are treating you like shit. Like, trust me, one of my best pals that I spoke to yesterday would have not liked some of the stuff that I said, but I was fucking bang on. And because she's one of my best pals, she knows that. She felt better. She even said it to me and she got off the phone. I feel so much better. You know what I mean? But that is somebody that helped me through my very dark times when I'd been shouting from a great height. So there you go. This card indicates that you're a make it or break it point, causing you to resist change and avoid taking necessary actions. This is a very long video, but I know it's definitely for many people that needed it. However, facing your fears will lead to tremendous transformation, and you can like the video if you're not commenting. You can at least do that. Thank you very much. I'll not tell you what to do, but I'm just saying. Remember, because it's, again, being serious, if you even like the video and you've never even commented, I'm going to pick up on your energy. So even this, I've picked up on somebody's story because they've liked the video. I pick up, it's just a fact, I pick up on people that comment a lot because you're giving me more of your energy, or people that make donations stuff because you're energy exchanging. If people are just watching it and they're not commenting or liking and doing any of these things or giving any kind of gratitude, I'm not likely to pick up on you very much. Although I'm that psychic, I probably will. And then I'll just get rewarded from other places. As long as you get the help, that's the important thing. And as long as some people thank me back, you know what I mean? Otherwise it'd be fucking bad vibes only and I'm just fucking giving and nobody's giving back. But that's what the paid platform is going to balance the scales of. However, facing your fears will lead to tremendous transformation. Remember that obstacles are only teachers. Stay focused on the higher perspective and steer away from making fear-based decisions. It's why I always say, right, if you're a divine masculine that's going towards your feminine, just have a really chill out day. Like, be in quite a peaceful, content place. Or if you're kind of really happy and you're with other people, all these kind of examples are a great time to send a message to your twin from. What would not be a good, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever you identify as, what would not be a good example is if you're like, fuck, time's running out, I feel the pressure to do this. I know that they want me to contact them. I don't really feel like I'm in the best. I don't feel good, and I don't want to. That's a good point. I don't want to. Like, it's kind of like, I gave this example before, but it's kind of like on one of the years when it was my twin flame's birthday, and I always know when his birthday is, and it was like right up until the last minute, I was in two minds about saying happy birthday for loads of reasons, because you just don't want to spring up on someone, you know what I mean? Well, it's not just someone, you know what I mean? I just didn't know what was going on in his life. Yeah, and I ended up, like I said the day before, like, you know, I'll do it if I'm in a good place and it feels like I'm okay to do it. But if I'm kind of all in my head and like I'm not doing it, and it did sort of get down to it and just didn't feel right. I was totally stuck in my head, and I would have been, yeah, it just wasn't right, is basically what I'm saying. So I never sent it. But there's been other years where I've felt I'm in a good place, I'm happy, I don't need to thank you back. I know you'll be grateful I've said happy birthday. I'm just going to send it, and I've done it. You know what I mean? And so, and then there was even one year where I did get a thanks back. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like but that was it, you know? So it's kind of like you got it, and that was literally years ago. But this is what I'm saying. You've got to be at the times we're in now, you've got to, you know, that's all you really need to do, divine masculines. And there may even be, you know, depending on if you get real strong guidance to. I've said this before because they were showing me this morning, and it's kind of like, it may even be that all you send is like a heart, you know what I mean? Like an emoji, or like something funny or something. And then at least you're kind of like acknowledging you're acknowledging your twin, but you're not doing loads. So that could even go for either or. It's not usually what comes through, but it definitely, I was being shown that clairvoyantly, that it's like, but you've got to be very careful with this, because you could be feeling like you're being guided to send a message or do something because they're about to. Tune into that for your own situation. But it's a kind of like, what's, you know what I mean? It's really about the ego, because even if you do that, regardless of which one you are, who cares who sends a message as long as it starts happening? You know what I mean? Because it may get to that at some point. Some people may be so stuck in their head that if that's what breaks the ice, then so be it. But really tune into that. Tune into your inner voice and listen to your heart. Experiencing emotional highs and lows is normal, but don't be rash and take an action. Yeah, there you go. But also, like, in saying that, if you, like, I've said this before, but if you're a divine masculine, you're really at your wit's end, and you already know that your feminine is really going to understand, and yeah, you'd rather be in a better place when you got in touch, but you feel like shit and you feel all alone and you feel like you've not got anyone, but they're going to understand. You have to reach out to them. And if you don't get any response from your supposed divine feminine, it might not be your divine feminine. Sorry if that hurts people, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like, I know over the years that if I had actually swallowed my pride and I'd really needed my twin flame, it would have to depend on the context and you know, whether he was single or not too, I would say. But definitely if he was single and I'd reached out to him and I really needed him, he would have been there. I just never done it. But the times I have given examples, again, it's a little bit different if you know someone's with someone. I suppose it'd have to be a real fucking emergency, but that's a wee bit more complicated. But and I wouldn't do that anyway because of what I've spoken about that's just creating unnecessary drama. But it's not respectful of people's boundaries too, you know what I mean, if somebody's with someone. But yeah, when I have done that way in the past, when I know that me and him have both been single, like when I've sent a message, usually because I was absolutely pissed. I was drunk at my friend's dad's funeral once. I've given this story before, but and was just accessed that deeper part of my subconscious. And I don't know, can't remember what I said, but I sent him a message and he messaged back right away being like, "You're right." Like, And I was like, yeah, and I told him where I was, and then he took a while to respond. But do you mean it was kind of like he must have been, he must have thought, oh gosh, you're right, because it was probably was like a Saturday night, late on a Saturday night, and my message wouldn't have made any sense because I'd had so many fucking whiskey and lemonades. I can't drink full stop, but like, what I mean? I could drink, but whiskey, wow, like not a good idea. But it was good in that case because I was always so proud and didn't call or text him first. And again, far too uptight because neither of us had anyone at this point. That was good, and it was good because it was showing him that I did actually think about him, whereas he might have thought that I didn't. He might have just thought that I didn't like. And this is because this was before I told him I liked him. Anyway, so these are examples of it's not always ideal. Like, would I want to be contacting? Do you want to be totally blutered, and that's when you contact your twin flame? Maybe not, but if it gets you talking, then I've said, given that for that's happened for clients of mine, then it can only be a good thing. And like I say, for more severe examples, if someone is feeling all alone and they know that you're going to understand as a twin flame, it's really important that you do reach out. So I'm saying this to the guys out there especially that need to hear it more, I would say, but some women need to hear that too. I'm forever fucking saying that to friends of mine. It's like, why didn't you tell me? I actually said that to my friend yesterday. Like, my friend actually did call me. In fact, I said that on the video, that my friend had called me and I'd missed a call. And then you saw me on the last video, I actually messaged her back. And then that was when I caught up, where it was like she was in the area. And I don't like people just springing up on me out of nowhere like I do. And she's like that too. A lot of my friends are like, it's not really a done thing. But I was like, I was understood, I wasn't doing it. But she was all, you might have a client. And this is what I'm saying. And I said, it's always the people that you wouldn't mind doing that because that that's quite out of character for them. And that they usually wouldn't do that unless it was an emergency, that don't do it. And I'm that kind of person too. I've got loads of people I could go to if I was feeling it, but it's because most of the time I am better dealing it with myself. But I've said this before. I have got a few select people that I would go to if I was really struggling and needing help and needed someone to be there. But I want that person to be my twin flame. You know what I mean? But until he's here, I have got other people that I do that to, and I'll still go to the other people even when he is here. But that's how it should be. Keep your circle small and trustworthy. Although this soul family is going to grow, but you know what I mean. Right. Take time to review your circumstances in your heart instead of reacting from your head. If you are being guided to end a relationship, change careers, move, or just forgive your past and yourself, follow the direction of your heart. It will always lead you towards your destiny. Right. I think that's the perfect place to end it, as we're reaching the end degrees of Leo season, and today is Leo Sun, Gemini Moon as I'm channeling this, so that is absolute have fun and social butterfly energy as I get thrown the card risk. Take a risk and follow your heart. It says, take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. So yeah, I really do feel with everything I've been channeling there about sending messages and that, I mean, I think about how this that's weird. That looked like a lion as I was looking at it from this angle, and it's not a lion at all. Weird. I'll have to see if it looks like a lion. It looks like a lion to me when you're looking at it head on. And it is Leo season, but yeah, that's about courage. But it's about the scribe and all of that at the start. I do think this is maybe picking up on all. Yeah, it's just picking up on the fear around men and women around what to say and how to say it and when to say it, and that is all divine masculine stuff, and it's all very Mercury and Virgo. It's just being too overthinking, too over analytical. And yes, there's some things, if you had a big, serious, important job, which like was so imperative, you got the data right and all that shit. Yeah, you do need to think about it and go over it. But when it's reaching out to somebody that loves you unconditionally, that understands you more than you understand yourself, or just as well as you understand yourself, it's just good vibes only. There'll be a reason why I'm channeling this, and it's just about have faith as a pillow. You can't see it, but that you're going to be met with nothing but love. We just drew me at the block that says be bold and joy. Right, I'm going now. See you later. I'm away to eat the cracker crisps and that. I'll make something proper. See you later.